This weekend in dramatic fashion, the Giants took 2 of 3 from the Los Angeles Dodgers. Red-hot Reggie Sanders exploded offensively, and Tom Goodwin provided the game winners. Tonight, the NL Central leading Cardinals come to town for 4 games in their only visit to Pac-Bell Park this season. Edmonds, Pujols, Sanders, Goodwin, Redbirds. Giants coming up next.
Reggie Sanders is all smiles. So is Tom Goodwin, a couple of heroes from the big series in Los Angeles over the weekend. They're both in the lineup tonight as the Giants get set to take on the St. Louis Cardinals in the first of a 4-game series. Good evening, everybody. I'm Glenn Kuiper. Welcome to Giants Baseball here on Fox Sports Net. The Giants have first place in the National League West firmly in their sights as they trail the Arizona Diamondbacks by just 1 game in the standings. But if the Giants are going to grab onto first place anytime in the next couple of days, they're going to have to do it without left fielder Barry Bonds. Of course, Bonds was hurt on Friday night. He pulled his hamstring on this play right here. Yesterday, he took some BP and jogged in the outfield at Dodger Stadium. Today, he spent quite a bit of time jogging in the pool inside the Giants training room. Giants do not know when he will be back. It is still too early to tell. He can pinch hit, though, if it is a situation in the game, maybe late in the game where he will not have to run. Maybe a home run or a sacrifice fly could win the game. That is the only way you will see Barry Bonds in the next couple of days. Other injury news for the Giants, Jeff Kent was a late scratch from tonight's lineup. Kent has a sore leg. I mean, his legs have been bothering him a little bit, and he is out of the lineup tonight for the Giants, giving him a day off. And also, Damon Minor had to leave batting practice early. He has that flu that has been running through the Giants clubhouse. So Jeff Kent out of the lineup, and no Damon Minor tonight either. So some injuries catching up with the Giants, at least going into tonight's game. Now stick around. We'll have more from Pacific Ballpark in just a moment, including Dwayne Kuiper and Mike Krukow. They're going to talk about a weekend to remember for the Giants' Tom Goodwin as he stuck it to his old team, the Dodgers, big time.
Giants Baseball is brought to you by Mercedes-Benz, located on the web at mbusa.com. By McDonald's. There's something new at McDonald's. Hot and spicy chicken fingers, now on our everyday McValues menu. By Corona and Corona Light, official sponsor of the timeout. By Sprint PCS, the clear alternative to cellular. And by Southwest Airlines. Southwest Airlines, bringing people together with low fares.
A crowd of over 40,000 is expected tonight to check out the Giants and the St. Louis Cardinals in the first of 4. Welcome back to the ballpark, everybody. Giants back home after taking 2 out of 3 from the Dodgers at Dodger Stadium over the weekend. The hero in both those wins for the Giants was outfielder Tom Goodwin. To talk more about Goodwin, let's bring in our game announcers, Dwayne Kuiper and Mike Krukow. Guys, with no Bonds and no Kent in the lineup, Giants may have to manufacture runs a little more than they usually do. That's a good spot for Tom Goodwin because that's exactly what he can do with his great speed.
Well, you're right, Glenn. Lots of speed, and when he gets on base, he can make things happen. You know, we talked to Dusty Baker before the game yesterday, and he said he'd love to play a lot of little ball without the big fellas in the lineup, but he said you got to get on base. And last night, the Giants did get on base, and they did play big ball.
And it was the little guy that hit the big ball. It was the big dramatic home run that led to the win for the Giants last night. Well, you can't count on those type of home runs. Not if you're Goodwin, who has just 20-plus home runs in his career. But what you can count on is Tom Goodwin's hot. He's a guy who, if you set it up for him, you can count on him. And, you know, usually when you have your 2 big boys out of a lineup, it's like, how long can you tread water? Well, guess what? Giants, the attitude that I felt, Kuip, they didn't feel that way. They felt like, hey, you know what? Whoever we have out there is a big leaguer, and we can win this game. And
they really showed it yesterday. And, you know, Glenn, with Dusty Baker, he said, well, you know, what the heck? Let me see how long this goes. I'm going to take Kent out of lineup tonight as well. So now he's without Bonds and Kent.
Yeah, and you guys, you just mentioned it, and I mentioned it in segment 1. No Jeff Kent. He is a little dinged up. This may be a good time to give him a day off, even though he hates to come out of the lineup.
Well, you're right. I mean, as hot as he's been, he needs to take a day off once in a while.
Yeah, that's usually the only thing that really slows a guy down when he's in as hot a streak as Kent is, and that is fatigue. And he's got some soreness in his legs, so this is a good time to give him a day's off. If you look back to last week, the Giants were going into 7 critical games. D-backs, Cardinals, Dodgers. They have been 4-3 through that stretch, and they haven't been a full team yet. You know what? Theirs is a confident team. They're not making excuses. They'll show up tonight, and I wouldn't bet against them.
All right, thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you in just a little bit with the call of the game. Stick around. We'll be back with a look at tonight's starting pitcher matchup, including a Bay Area native taking them out for the St. Louis Cardinals. Livan Hernandez will be looking for win number 8 for the Giants. It is a cool but comfortable night at Pacific Ballpark as we are just moments away from first pitch, the Giants and the Cardinals. Giants come into tonight's game with the third best team ERA in the National League. With that in mind, let's check out our Chevron High Performance Spotlight tonight. It is the starting pitching matchup. Livan Hernandez versus Jason Simatachi. Simatachi 7-1, 3.04 ERA. The rookie right-hander is a Bay Area native. He grew up in Mountain View, and he will be making his second start versus the Giants in the last 6 days. Livan Hernandez, on the other hand, 7-10. 4.52 ERA in his last 2 starts, though Hernandez has given up just 3 earned runs in 16 and a third innings pitched with 17 strikeouts. He is 3-4 in his career versus St. Louis. So that is the pitching matchup for game 1 of this 4-game series. It will be a night game again tomorrow night, a 4 o'clock start on Wednesday, and then a 12:35 start on Thursday. A 4-game set, the Giants and the Cardinals. It is game 1 of this 7-game homestand for the Giants. They're just 1 game out of first place in the NL West. Giants, Cardinals, coming up right here on Fox Sports Net.
Well, we got a beautiful night for baseball here at Pac Bell Park. During batting practice, lots of sunshine, and the sunshine is starting to depart as we await Livan Hernandez and the Giants as they take the field. The Giants are coming in with a record of 56-42. Of course, a good road trip when you consider 2 games in St. Louis. Very hot as they split against the Cardinals, and then the big win last night as the Giants took 2 out of 3 from the Dodgers. In the National League West, the Diamondbacks are hosting Colorado tonight, and the Giants find themselves a game back of Arizona than the Dodgers. Rockies and Padres are out of it, and the Giants with a half-game lead on the Dodgers in the wild card race. So things are looking up for the Giants as they play good baseball. They just haven't been able to stay healthy.
Well, they knew that they were in a stretch where they had to bring their A game, and they did it. And starting with the Diamondbacks a week ago Monday, a couple games against them, and 2 days in a very hot St. Louis, and then of course the emotional weekend in LA. And if you think about emotion, Kai, every game has been played with emotion. It's that time of year. And the thing about the Giants, I think that says it all, is that they're going into these series expecting to win, and that's what you want to do as a group coming into this part of your year. As you're heading into the dog days of August, you want to have that confidence that somehow, some way, you will figure out a way to win.
And they're expecting to win, even though they've had a number of changes in the lineup due to injuries. And tonight, without Kent, without Bonds, Damon Minor went home. He's sick. JT Snow is not completely healthy. He's battling a flu bug yesterday, and he is in the lineup today.
Well, let's take a look at our Mercedes keys to the game, and we'll take a look at the Polanco-Pujols 2-man punch. And if you look at what they have done lifetime against Livan Hernandez, you know why. They're 10 for 22, and he's going to have to control the 2 Ps, the killer Ps, if he hopes to do well tonight. And little ball, we talked about it a bit in our pregame show. This is a game where you're going to have to get runners over. You're going to have to take advantage of situations, and you're going to have to play good defense. And for Livan, as always, challenge with the fastball. If you throw an inside fastball, back it up and throw another inside fastball. And when he's thrown his best games lately, it's been because he's used the fastball aggressively.
All right, let's take a look at the Cardinals lineup, brought to you by Southwest Airlines. In the leadoff spot will be Fernando Vina. Then it's Placido Polanco. Jim Edmonds hitting third. Albert Pujols is in the cleanup spot. And in his last 21 games, he's been hot. Tito Martinez fifth. Sixth is Edgar Renteria. Eli Marrero is batting seventh. And it's Mike Matheny eighth. And it's Simon Tachi that is pitching and batting ninth.
Let's take a look at our McDonald's scouting report on Livan Hernandez, the fastball, curveball, changeup pitcher. He will add and subtract with all of his pitches. He will vary arm angles with all of his pitches. When he is on, he can locate just about every pitch at any time, in any situation, with any count on the corners. That is his strong point. He never gives in to the fastball. Giants defensively tonight is the defense brought to you by Sprint PCS. Dusty Baker has penciled in the outfield, beginning in left field. Goodwin, Shinjo, and Sanders. They'll play at the outfield. In the infield, they'll have Bell, Aurelia, Martinez, and Snow. Benito Santiago doing the catching. JT Snow still a little weak from the flu bout he had in Los Angeles, but he says, hey, everybody else is dinged up. I got enough to go, and we will find out. Tom Goodwin out in left field has been the man of the hour. What a series he had in Los Angeles. Livan Hernandez this season 7-10 with a 4.52 ERA. This is his 21st start of the year. 3 complete games. He's given up a lot of hits. 148 hits, 129 and a third, 84 strikeouts against 41 walks. He's not given up a lot of long balls. If you average 10 per every 100 innings, that's good.
As he gets about ready to face Fernando Vina. And the first pitch of the ball game is on its way, and it's outside. So good. We get underway 3 minutes late, and it's 63 degrees.
Vina's been hot. Went 7 for 14 in Pittsburgh over the weekend.
There's a strike. Vina, a home run, 39 RBIs. Little guy that moves the ball around, runs well. And there's a base hit to lead off the ball game. So it isn't unusual for Livan Hernandez to be in the stretch.
Take a look at the pitching grips that Hernandez throws. There's the 4-seam fastball. It's the one everybody throws. And the 2-seam, just lay your fingers parallel to the top of the seams of the baseball. Throw it. That's how you get synced. There's a slider pretty much off of the 4-seam grip, just a little bit of a slant to the ball, and then a curveball with that middle finger laying parallel with a seam, and you throw it like you're hitting a nail with a hammer.
Here's Polanco. High fly ball to right field for Reggie Sanders. Polanco not wasting any time. He goes after the first pitch, and that's out number 1.
Pat, how hard do you think it was to get a ticket in the Cardinals clubhouse today with Fernando Vina, a Sacramento native, and Jason Simontachi, who went to school in San Jose, lives in Santa Clara in the offseason? I mean, Simontachi said he's going to have 100 guests alone. There just aren't that many tickets around. Giants fan, unless Simontachi's pitching. There'll be 100 people saying that tonight.
Well, there had to be some negotiating going on.
What once was the easiest ticket in the National League to get, a ticket when you play the Giants, now it is a tough ticket to get, and it applies to visiting teams as well.
Here's Jim Edmonds. Edmonds 3 for 11 lifetime against Hernandez. However, 2 of his 3 hits against Hernandez have been home runs, including 1 last week in St. Louis.
Sets up very wide. Watch his front foot. It'll never leave the ground.
And that misses, and Hernandez thought he had a strike. So did Santiago. Jim Wolf is calling balls and strikes.
Just gets spread, stays in that toe, just sort of cocks the hip, and that's the only amount of weight transfer he wanted to swing. He was a notorious front foot hitter, a glider early on. This is how he keeps his weight back.
Snap throw, and back is Vina, who's been thrown out 10 times. He's stolen 13 bases. One 1-0 pitch is inside corner strike. So Hernandez goes to the inside part of the plate to even the count. Edmonds very powerful. Lots of power to the opposite field. Strike, same spot, 1 and 2, maybe a little higher.
She's climbed the ladder inside, and right now Edmonds is not even getting cocked to get a swing off on that inside corner. The middle away guy tries to scooch back out of the way. That locked him up.
Well, I don't think Mike, for 1 second, was he looking in.
No chance. He looks middle away almost the whole at bat.
And a soft toss to first. Vigna back.
Levon got him with a couple of changeups on the outside corner in St. Louis in 2 strike counts. Might see a similar pitch here. Way ahead, 1-2. It's established inside hard, and going soft away is usually a pretty good idea.
He and Santiago agree on the pitch, and they are going away. And Edmonds, it's a bouncing ball to David Bell. He will flip it to Martinez for 1, and he airmails it past Snow. It does not go into the dugout. And the screen prevented Martinez from getting an error. The Giants do get the lead runner.
Well, broken bat and cut off nicely by Bell. A good feed. And Ramon Martinez making the first exchange while playing the second base position. The first time he's done that this year. Goes way wide of Snow. And Kipe, how hard is this play when you're doing it for the first time when you haven't done it for a long time?
Well, you know, really, Mike, he's done it so many times that it's not a new position for him. That, you know, it shouldn't be that difficult, but anytime you got a guy bearing down on you, none of those double plays are easy. Here's Pujols. Swing and a miss, and I'm not going to call that a swing, but he did go around. It's 0-1.
Like he was underwater with that hack. Just fooled, that's all. They're looking fastball. Little breaking ball. He sort of waves right through it. Believe me, his bat speed is better than that, folks.
Setting him up. Right there to make it 0-2.
That's the fastball. I mean, he's so established with throwing dookie stuff throughout an at-bat and pitching backwards with a fastball, throwing breaking ball changeup early in the count, and then coming in with a fastball in the corners. That when he pitches aggressively with a fastball, it's a huge advantage for him because he's just not established around the league for doing it. That's a huge key for him to be successful here in the second half.
Just off the plate, it's 1-2.
That is such a great pitch. That's a paralysis fastball. You'll get this pitch called by many umpires. You set the glove completely off the plate, bang, he hits the target. I mean, there's no reach back at all by Santiago in framing that pitch. Just didn't go across the plate. But it sets up the outer part of the plate with a little backdoor sinker beautifully.
Low and away, 2-2.
Like Edmonds saying, I can't see. This is a difficult background right now with the sun splashing on the batter's eye out in dead center.
Hey, I used to do that too when I nearly hit into a double play.
Yeah, even if it was dark.
Can't see. And it's low and it's a full count. But it is a problem here just because the sun is flashing up against the hitting background, and that's where the glare comes from.
That's what we're talking about. The glare off of the green batter's eye in center.
And what happens is you see a shiny baseball. You just don't pick it up very well. Runner goes. Bouncing ball. Foul. Jose Oquendo with the play.
Our old pal. Giants fans, I'm sure, remember Jose Oquendo. He was the bad guy in the 1987 playoffs. Broke the Giants' heart in Game 7. Babe Oquendo, as we have referred to him ever since. Really one of baseball's good guys.
Three and two. Edmonds at first. Again will be on the move. There he goes. Pujols. Big bouncing ball to David Bell. A long throw to Snow in time to end the inning. Cardinals strand one. Goodwin, Martinez, Aurelia coming up. All right, here's Dusty Baker's lineup brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Tom Goodwin will lead it off. He'll be followed by Ramon Martinez, Rich Aurelia third. Reggie Sanders, a couple of home runs last night, and he is hot. Benito Santiago fifth, sixth is JT Snow. David Bell seventh, Shinjo eighth, Levon Hernandez ninth.
All right, let's take a look at our McDonald's starting pitching scouting report on Jason Samataccio, four-pitch pitcher, fastball, curveball, slider, change. He'll throw that changeup at any time, loves to pitch in. They say he's got the guts of a burglar. The Cardinals absolutely love this guy. And you really can't call him a kid, a 28-year-old rookie, 6'2", 185-pounder.
And a strike to Goodwin.
And how did he get to the big leagues? He earned it. 4-1 at the AAA level, 2.25 ERA. And, you know, you get to a point in your life where you're pitching enough innings in the minor leagues where you just feel like you deserve to be here, and that's sort of the mindset of Simon Tachi. And if you know something, it's got to be like a playoff game for this guy. He's got 100 friends and relatives here tonight.
Goodwin out on 3 pitches, so he's got a bunch of relatives happy with that.
Take a look at the Sprint PCS defense. Behind Samatacci tonight, Tony La Russa has penciled in Pujols, Edmonds, a full 4-time Gold Glove winner, and Marrero in the outfield. Polanco, Renteria, Vina, and Martinez across the infield. Matheny doing the catching. And Jason Samatacci trying to do something that he would love to do, and that's beat the team he rooted for as a kid, the Giants.
4th straight strike in a row for Simon Tachi. Yeah, all over the ballpark we see friends and family of Simon Tachi. Reminds us when we used to go to Pittsburgh and John Burkett would pitch. And he'd have people all over the ballpark.
The Giants fans, unless Simon Tachi's pitching.
2-1 to Martinez with Rich Aurelia on deck.
Simon Tachi's road to the big leagues is remarkable. And he played in the Italian professional leagues.
And Martinez waves and misses, and it's 2-2.
Pitched for the Italian Olympic team. And while he was on the Olympic team, he learned to throw a changeup. Actually, prior, when he was in the Italian leagues, he learned the changeup from, remember Don August, old Brewers pitcher?
Yes, I do.
And he dealt the Olympics and did real well against Team USA. Got a chance to come back to the States and signed a AAA deal with Minnesota. Then he went to the Euro stomping grounds. He went to Venezuela, played winter ball, and Dave LaPointe showed him the slider. And hey, here he is.
Out of play. Martinez stays alive. I don't remember Dave LaPointe throwing a slider. I remember him throwing a curveball.
And a good changeup. He was extremely dookie.
I remember him being a crafty lefty, that's for sure.
Well, that's pretty much what Samatacci is. He's not going to blow you away with speed. He'll throw a fastball 88 to 91 miles per hour, but he can locate well.
And that's a base hit to right field. Nice piece of hitting for Ramon Martinez.
Outside fastball went right with it.
Here's Rich Aurelia. 250, 7 home runs, 29 RBIs. Had no luck at all in Dodger Stadium. 1 for 8 in the series in St. Louis against the Cardinals. So Aurelia at the plate. Low. 1 ball and no strike. Sanders to follow. Just underway here at the ballpark. Glad you joined us here on Fox Sports Net. Aurelia hitting in the 3rd slot.
Good chance tonight to watch Mike Matheny, one of the better defensive catchers in all of baseball. Really a good foundation catcher. Good receiver, good framer, and nice footwork, and good everything if you start talking about fundamentals.
That's a strike. Outside corner, 1 ball and 1 strike.
We're talking about that's a frame job right there by Matheny. That was a wide breaking ball off the plate. But the way he received it was the reason they got the pitch. Right there, just a little leak back on that outside corner, and Jim Wolf, plate umpire, says, yeah.
Well, that's good news for Levon Hernandez.
Jim Wolf, plate umpire's brother's in the big league. Randy Wolf for the Phillies.
Right there is Polanco, Vina, and Martinez to complete the double play, and it goes 5-4-3. We played 1, 0-0.
Well, the series continues tomorrow night, and good seats are still available for Game 2 of this series. Tomorrow night's game against the Cards starts at 7:15, so call 510-762-BALL, or you can log on to sfgiants.com and see beautiful Pac-Bell Park and the Giants and the Cardinals. A great rivalry tomorrow night. Again, 510-762-BALL. Come on out. You will not be disappointed. Guaranteed fun.
Hey, you're at the ballpark.
If you hold the yard, look at that. Lots of views like that around this yard.
Here's Tina Martinez and a big floater that misses. 1 ball and no strikes. Martinez, 11 home runs, 46 RBIs, hitting .242. Swing and a miss. A ball and a strike.
It's been hard for Tina Martinez to get acclimated here in the National League. It's a lot of learning to do. And when you have to come over and reestablish yourself as a big leaguer late in your career, it's tough to do.
Down the left field line and out of play. I think you and I agree that it's probably more difficult to go for a veteran player from the American League to the National League.
Has not been easy for Ken Griffey Jr. And Martinez, a 10-year vet, 34 years old. And he was setting his ways over there in the American League. Knew everybody. He's used to the hitting back rounds in every ballpark. I mean, it's little things like that to make a difference. But when you're learning a whole ton of new pitchers, you're at a disadvantage.
Here's the 2-2. And he got him.
Good changeup.
Crook and Kite equal meets.
Couple of meets.
Let's see, those guys look like they could qualify as a couple of meets.
Hey, Mom, happy birthday, meat. You can't call your mom meat.
Well, she can call you meat, but it's not the other way around. Here's Renteria. Out of play down the right field line. And it's no balls and 1 strike.
Very first day I ever walked into a big league clubhouse, 1976, September 6th. George Mitterwald, a Bay Area guy, is our catcher and a 10-year veteran with the Twins and the Cubs.
Bluff of a bunt, low and away.
Walked in the clubhouse looking for a place to put my gear, trying to find a locker. And Mitterwald from across the locker room said, "Here's your locker, meat." And he threw me a nail and he said, "Go hammer it up there against the wall." And that He called me that ever since.
In the dirt, 2-1.
And calling rookies meat goes back to Babe Ruth days. Been around forever. Because you are the new meat on the block.
You don't think these guys are going to hold those signs there all night?
No.
Somebody call them and tell them we put them on camera. Up the middle, and that'll be a base hit. Renteria just kind of chopped down at that one and hit it right by Levon Hernandez. Did the phone ring? Okay, we got action.
Cal Poly guy, too. This is a Mustang. Hey, meat, you're on TV. All right, very cool.
Tell them to wave. No, we need both guys to wave. Okay, well, standing up is okay.
Oh, here we go. It's a pose down now. That's it.
Oh, nice job, guys.
Now grab some pine, meat.
Yeah.
Fun at the old yard.
And here's Eli Marrero. Pitches on the outside corner for a strike.
Ten homers this year for Marrero, 41 RBIs. Getting some playing time with J.D. Drew injured.
Pops this one up into right center field. Shinjo moving over gracefully, and he makes the catch.
That's a great swing right there if you're Levon Hernandez. Anytime you can make a big league hitter swing like this, you have done your job. What is pitching? It's upsetting the timing of hitting, because hitting is timing. You get a big league hitter to do this, ooh, gee, you have done a nice job of pitching.
Well, especially if you don't have two strikes on the guy.
I mean, his butt had completely bailed out on the swing. There was nothing but hand speed going into the ball. Perfect.
Here's Matheny, Cardinal catcher. Matheny hitting .216, 3 home runs, 21 RBIs. Simon Tachi is on deck. Low. 1 ball and no strike. Giants got in last night around 11:30. Family trip, lots of kids, lots of tired moms and dads. And the 1-0. Swinging a fly ball to right field. Sanders now drifts back, and that ends the inning. Cardinals strand 1. We'll head to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Sanders, Santiago, and Snow. And fellas, nice job. It's time now for this date in Giants history, brought to you by your Northern California Toyota dealers. Gaylord Perry struck out 15 Phillies in a 2-hit 4-1 win. Gaylord struck out Richie Allen 4 times and had a no-hitter until Clay Dalrymple singled on a spitball with 1 out in the 8th inning.
Where does it say spitball?
I made that up. I made it up. It just felt good to say it.
Yeah, well, you're probably right.
Here's Sanders, who takes a pitch low and away for a ball. 1 ball and no strike. Santiago to follow, and then J.T. Snow. Bottom of the 2nd inning. Inside corner strike. Reggie Sanders hit one off of Simon Tachi into just to the right of straightaway center field. There's the 2 home runs he hit yesterday on a cool windy night in this park. He does not have 2 home runs.
Yeah, I'm not sure they even get to the warning track in this yard. That's how difficult it is to hit a home run in this ballpark compared to other yards in the National League. Toughest ballpark in the National League to hit a home run in. Only one ballpark tougher in all of baseball, and that's Detroit.
1 pitch to Sanders. And Sanders on a half swing makes it 2-2. Tachi delivers the 2-2 pitch to Sanders, and it's up and in.
Tachi's pretty calm out there. Very focused as to what he wants to do. They go through a very, very elaborate game plan, if you would. And they can do that because Simon Tachi can throw darts.
And the walk.
And they really want to. They talk about how they want to pitch hitters, in what counts, in what situations. Dave Duncan is the guy that comes up with the game plan. He and Tony La Russa go over with it. They try to connect the pitching selections with defense according to situation. And they drop it all on a guy. You would say most times with a rookie you wouldn't do that, but again, Simon Tachi's not a normal rookie. He's 28 years old, and he's been around a long time.
Santiago hitting .268. Outside corner strike. Well, what Simon Tachi has done in his short stay in the big leagues is he's tasted quite a bit of success with a 7-1 record. But as you go out each time as a young player, you find out that it gets a little tougher every time. It doesn't get easier. Inside, look out. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Now, the first time you come around the league, if you can throw strikes and if you can basically pitch backwards, throw fastballs and breaking ball counts and throw breaking balls and fastball counts, I mean, you're going to do all right. And Simon Tachi can do that. I mean, he has a command of what he can throw. It's that second time through where teams have an idea about what you throw. Then it starts to change a little bit.
Runner goes. It looked like it was a busted hit and run, and Sanders is out at first.
Didn't slide.
And had he slid, he may have gotten back.
Well, everything looks good right there, but there's no swing, and I agree with you, Cobb. I believe it was a hit and run, because once there was a no swing on it, Sanders just pulls up. The brakes go on. But here's where he makes the mistake. Coming back to the bag, you got to get down. When you slow up and you go back in standing up, you have to slow up. If you go back in sliding, you don't slow up.
3-1 to Santiago.
And those are the type of mistakes you can't make when you are without a couple of your horses.
Absolutely.
No Bonds, no Kent. You cannot take yourself out of innings or potential innings by making mistakes on the base paths.
3-1. Hit towards the gap. Hit well. Edmonds on the move. He's not going to get it. And it bounces into the seats for a ground rule double. So Santiago with a 1-out double.
When he's dialed, he goes the other way. Outside fastball. Do not try and pull it. Stay inside it. There's your power position. The right hip launches through. Everything's in sync, and here's the ride. 1 hops and over the wall. And how big is that mistake now?
Here's JT Snow. Snow went 0 for 3 against Simon Tachi in St. Louis. And JT a big swing and a miss, and it's 0-1.
Big curveball is not an easy breaking ball to control. Simon Tachi's got a nice feel for it. He's throwing a lot of good ones, especially on the first pitch or early in the count.
Strike to Snow, and it's 0-2.
They followed right back up with a fastball, a little backdoor sinker. So slow curveball in, backdoor sinker in, bang bang 0-2.
One and two now to JT Snow. Figure the old man, Jack Snow, probably watching this game back in St. Louis. As the Cardinals televising this one back home. 1 and 2 to Snow. Bouncing ball, slowly hit. Vina has it, and he'll throw to Martinez to get the out. On the play, Santiago goes to third.
Ventura sort of Jimmy jacking behind Santiago. Finally said, hey, I'm too old for that. Knock it off. We're old teammates. Get back where you belong. Killing me. Take out. Samatachi, very compact. He has no wasted movement in his delivery out of the stretch. He's got a very short circle. When his hands break after coming set, he gets up into throwing position very easily. Very compact, tight throwing motion. A little surprised, however, he's going out of the windup here, the runner third.
Here's David Bell in the dirt. David Bell knocked in the first run for the Giants in the game last night.
Hands will come set at the chest. You don't have a lot of wasted motion. Come up there. He's cocked. His hands are right together over the right side of his chest. The knee comes up to the glove. And in doing so, that cocks your hips. And then you start your drive down to your target. This guy's got good mechanics. You don't have good command unless you have good command of your mechanics. That's what I'm trying to say.
Swing and a miss. So he did not go after David Bell, which is something I'm sure the Giants are well aware that he will do. 2 balls and 1 strike. Bell asks for time. And the 2-1. Outside, 3 balls and 1 strike.
Jim Edmonds is not showing David Bell a lot of respect by where he plays in the center field. It's pretty shallow. And that is about 5 steps to 6 steps in from normal center field depth.
So the walk to David Bell. Shinjo went 0 for 2 against Simon Tachi. Last week had a 2 for 15 road trip.
He gets the whitest bats I've ever seen.
Well, they look fake. They look like they're made out of porcelain. Popped them up. Pujols broke back, but now he comes in, and that ends the inning. Giants strand a pair after 2. It stays 0-0.
Welcome back to the ballpark, everybody. No scores. We go to the top of the third. For our GMC professional grade tonight, we are keeping a close eye on the top 2 hitters in the St. Louis Cardinals lineup. Fernando Vina and Placido Polanco. They are a combined 18 for 49 in their careers against Livan Hernandez. That is what we'll watch for with our GMC professional grade. And one more thing, guys. We reported during our pregame show about Damon Minor, the fact that he was not feeling well at all, and he left batting practice early. But he is feeling a little bit better. The Giants put some fluids in him, got some liquid inside of him, and he does feel better, and he is on the bench, and he is available tonight.
Good sign. Here's Simon Tachi, swings and fouls it back, and it's 0-1. Simon Tachi, 4 for 23.
Hey, he's got an average, man. He's a big league hitter.
Bluffs a bunt. That's a strike. Nothing in 2.
Swing it. Got 100 fans in the stands. Let's go. Brook. Trying to sneak attack a drop bunt down there on David Bell.
Hey, you dropped the rook on him.
Hey, when you're in your home ballpark with 100 fans in the stands supporting you, you gotta get up there flailing. You can't be dropping down bunts. Killing me. Yeah, look, he's hiding his sign.
Yeah, once he tried to bunt, that was it, huh?
Covered it up.
2-2.
Tickets to the game, $22. Train pass, $7. Beers, $66. Watching Simon Tachi pitch in the big leagues, priceless. $66 for beers. Jeez.
Snow can't get it, and a base hit. Interview guests of Giants baseball on Fox Sports Net receive a gift of Nike eyewear.
Base hit from Simon Tachi. That's how you're supposed to thrill the hometown fans who come out to support you. Some more Simon Tachi fans. They're all over the ballpark, and they have brought their signs.
Here's Vigna, who led off the game with a base hit. Fastball is high. Vigna right at the 281 mark. Jacket now for Simon Tachi. Zips it up, ready to go. Vigna stepped out. Now back in. And strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. With all the wide open stances that you see around Major League Baseball, it's almost unusual to see Vigna start out with a closed stance. But he will open it up just a little bit right there. Out of play, and it's 1-2. The left field do bridge outside the ballpark, letting a ship or a boat pass. Sitting nicely out in McCovey Cove.
Sleek.
It's a beauty. 1-2. Vigna. Right past Snow. Simon Tachi on the move. He will go to third. Vigna to second. And the Cardinals are in business. The ball gets away from Martinez.
So the hometown kids are setting it up here. First Simon Tachi single, and now the Sacramento native Fernando Vigna taking a breaking ball and raking it right past Snow down the line for an easy double. Simon Tachi can run a little bit too.
So now it's a little tougher on Levan Hernandez. Polanco hit a fly ball to right field. Second and third, nobody out.
That was the first pitch.
And a strike.
And Levan Hernandez stayed away from that first pitch fastball tendency to open up with a breaking ball on the outside corner. Polanco has hit Levan well.
4 hits in the game now for the Cardinals. He's at the belt. Bouncing ball. David Bell's got it. He's coming home. And out at the plate is Simon Tachi. And now you've got the double play in order.
David Bell had the play right in front of him. A high one hopper, throws a strike right to Santiago. Plenty of time. Drop a tag on.
You know, Mike, that play really only works if it's a contact play, if the runner at second is going too. But Vigny did not go.
That's a surprise. That once the ball left Bell's hand, Vigny did not move up to third, so the Giants got everything they could possibly want out of it. They got the out, they set up the force.
Outside to Edmonds, and it's 1-0.
Simon Tachi had no hesitation, and he was off. They get the play, the defense makes it, but the mistake from Vigny not being able to move up to set up a first and third one out. Now a ground ball could possibly get Devon out of his jam.
Slowly hit. Hernandez will just flip it to Snow to get the sure out, and there's 2 down, and both runners advance.
Baker now has an open bag here to try and decide what he wants to do with Luis Pujols. He's going to, or Albert Pujols rather, and he's going to send Dave Righetti out there to talk to Devon Hernandez about that very thing. Pujols has had good history against Hernandez. 4 for 9 last time.
Tonight, the Best Damn Sports Show periods. All-Star Summer continues, and a whole bunch of good things happening. Don Capers will be there from the expansion Texans. Don King, remember Don King? He enters the ring, and Jack Nicklaus will be on this show as well. Don't miss the Best Damn Sports Show period coming up right after the ball game. Pujols grounded out to David Bell in the first. Outside for a ball, 1-0.
Now the conversation from Righetti to Hernandez is this: if you're going to pitch to him, don't give him anything to hit. So in your mind as a pitcher, every count is 0-2, regardless of what the actual count is. And an 0-2 pitch is one that you do not want to throw in the strike zone.
Two balls and no strikes.
That was a good pitch. The guy chases, hits a ball, it's 2 inches off the dirt. Hey, that's what you want. You want him to try and hit your pitch. You go after him a couple times, now 2-0 in the count, they're going to walk him.
So Pujols takes the walk. Gina Martinez will come up and hit. There's Chuck Finley. Last time we saw Chuck Finley, he was in an Indians uniform. Pitched yesterday and won. As the Cardinals defeated the Pirates, and they needed a win. The Pirates had won the first 2 games in that series.
39-year-old Chuck Finley put on a Cardinal uniform for the first time. He says, you know, I feel like I'm 37 years old again. I like it.
Martinez takes a pitch outside for a ball, 1-0. Vigny at third. At second is Polanco, and Pujols is the runner at first. Tino Martinez. Towards the gap. Goodwin makes the catch. Hernandez needed a break, and he got it. As Goodwin got a great jump and cut that ball off before it hit the ground. It stays 0-0.
it's time for our Pennzoil protection play. You got it. Tom Goodwin is the guy. Pennzoil, we're driving protection, and here's a great at bat. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Tino Martinez takes a high fastball and rakes it to left center, but it is Tom Goodwin week, folks. Runs over off a great jump and just denies Martinez of extra bases. And it looks like, look how low in the glove he snagged it.
Rolled around.
There's our Pennzoil protection play. Now, Livan Hernandez was loving it, as was every other Giants fan here at the ballpark tonight. Great play.
So here's Hernandez to lead it off. Facing Simon Tachi. Down the right field line, a Souvenir.
Nice play. Guy brought his glove. That's right. And it's a Cowtown. You're playing the Cowtown team. You bring your cowbell.
Hernandez pops it up. Matheny back, out of play. Matheny left the helmet behind. These guys all reached up for that pop-up and didn't get it. And Hernandez out on strikes, 1 down. Well, they got something. Maybe one of them did get it.
Well, here was the effort that 2 youngsters from Half Moon Bay. That's a heck of an effort.
Right there, they're getting it back.
One guy backed up the play.
Oh,
See?
he's going to take a picture of it. It's in my glove.
That's great. Smile.
Here's Tom Goodwin, who takes a strike.
That's it. There is the glove. The ball is in it. He was taking 2 or 3 photos.
A ball and a strike to Goodwin. Oh, hey, it's your ball. You can do whatever you want with it. That's just in case for proof. Someone nabs that ball on his way out of the park.
He's killing his buddy next to him.
His buddy next to him is the one that should have caught it. It rolled behind him, and then this guy picked it up. Strike to Goodwin, and it's 2-2. Scoreboard is wrong.
Well, Mom sent him the camera and said, "Here, take some pictures." He's going to have the camera developed, and he's going to have 16 shots of that ball in his glove.
Goodwin takes low and away in a full count. Goodwin, who saw 3 pitches in the first inning, now has seen 5 pitches in this at bat, and he works it to 3-2.
Getting a foul ball at the ballpark, priceless.
Here's the payoff to Goodwin. On the ground, Vina got a grass cutter as it hit the edge of the infield grass and flattened out. And that'll bring up Martinez.
Pretty commonplace to see defensive players make a play, and then right after they make the play, look up to the Jumbotron, which every ballpark in the big leagues has, to watch the replay of the play. And why not?
Ball goes between their legs. They never look up at the Jumbotron.
No, they don't.
One and 0. In tight, 2 balls and no strikes. Rich Aurilia on deck.
Check it out, man. A big league hardball. Oh yeah. That will be in his bed tonight. I can guarantee it.
Hit towards the gap. On the move is Marrero, and he'll put it away, and that'll do it. 1-2-3 inning for Simon Tachi, but a souvenir for this young man, and he took a picture of it. Nothing.
Welcome back to the ballpark, everybody. We thought we'd have a little fun with one of the Giants players tonight. Check out our Aflac trivia question. Who is this Giants player? Take a good look. He is a member of this year's team, and we will have the answer for you in the next half inning. Guys, we'll give you half inning to try to figure it out if you don't know already.
Well, let's see him again.
Are you kidding? That is a dead giveaway.
I can't tell who that is.
Come on.
No. Renteria takes low. 2 balls and no strikes.
I'll give you a hint.
I don't want any hints.
Look at his ears.
Renteria single in the 2nd inning. And he's a pitch away from being aboard with nobody out. It's 3-0. And a strike, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike. There's the moon above the ballpark.
It is a perfect night.
3-2.
Renteria taking all the way. You know, Renteria, he's got some pop in his bat. I mean, I'm a little bit surprised to see him take that 3-1 fastball. That's a good pitch, a good count to hit. Look, fastball.
See what he gets. 3-2. He gets a pitch he can just dribble foul.
Well, here's the 3-1. I mean, that's a fastball right down the vein.
3-2 on deck. Eli Marrero. And the payoff. And he walked him. Harry Bonds sitting next to Marvin Bernard.
That may be the first time he's ever worn that jacket.
Bonds usually in the lineup. Certainly the days that he doesn't play are day games after night games, so it would be unusual for him, you're right, to have that jacket on. And they need him to get healthy. Here's Marrero, who popped out to Shinjo in center field. Pitch out, nothing going on, and it's 1-0.
Mr. Baker's been uncanny of late as to how many times he has predicted a pitch out, or predicted a running situation and negated it by calling a pitch out. Best time to run for a runner is right after a pitch out.
And Hernandez knows that, and he throws to first. San Diego leading the Dodgers 2-1. That's in the 5th inning. Fastball is high. 2 balls and no strike.
You don't get a lot of high strikes from Jim Wolf, the plate umpire. He's a low ball umpire, and his strike zone is wide to the corners. But you don't get much above the knees. Mid thigh's about as high as he goes. It's rare when you get one at the belt.
Sanders barely has to move, and he makes the catch. And that'll bring up Matheny. Matheny hit a fly ball to right field in the 2nd. 4 hits for St. Louis, 2 for the Giants. The Cardinals have had a couple of walks. Golden opportunity for the Cardinals in the 3rd inning. 2nd and 3rd, nobody out, and they didn't score. Renteria back. 2 in St. Louis. Last week, 4 here at Pac-Bell Park. Runner goes. Hit and run. Bouncing ball to David Bell. His only play will be at first, and they get Matheny. And with 2 outs, Simon Tachi will hit with Renteria in scoring position.
Well, let's take a look at the Barry Bonds home run counters, brought to you by your local Chevy's dealer. Bonds sitting on 28, sitting on 595. He is available to pinch hit.
To pinch hit, not pinch run. Simon Tachi single past JT Snow in the 3rd inning. Fastball outside corner for a strike.
Time you see a pitcher with a batting average over 200, he can hit.
In the dirt, Santiago goes down to both knees. 1 ball and 1 strike.
All right, they brought their gloves. See if we can get him a ball here.
Well, it's hard to hold the sign up. I mean, you got to be able to dump the sign quick.
Good folds in the hat, though. Those gloves are broke in right. They're ready. Did you ever go to a game as a kid without your glove?
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 and 2. I always took it.
I mean, that was the first thing you put in the car. And I had one look just like that. 4-finger glove. Put your ring finger and your middle finger in the 2nd finger of that glove.
That'll do it. Simon Tachi out on strikes. And that's the 2nd strikeout for Hernandez. It stays 0-0.
No score, Giants and Cardinals, as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. And now let's check out our Aflac trivia question once again. Very simple. Name this Giants player. Are there any physical features that stand out? The answer is Kirk Reeder. How did you guess, Mike Krukow? Was it that easy?
Was there any doubt?
Woody! You look like Woody when he was 4 years old. There's Woody. One of the best we've ever met right there, folks. Absolute joy to be around.
Well, in the history of this franchise, we always like to point out guys that were and guys that are good Giants. He's a good Giant.
And he loves to come to the ballpark.
Little party action out in the Bay. And the 1-0 to Aurelia. High, 2 balls and no strike.
Tell you, that boat looked like they were having a good time out there.
Yeah, they're having so much fun. You'd almost think, what are we doing up here?
They're going, they're all dressed out. How you doing?
2-0 to Aurelia. Swinging a foul. Aurelia had a good cut. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. I figure the big kahuna behind the helm of that baby.
Yeah. 2 places that Big Kahuna likes to go to. Ball yards and boats.
And 2 balls and 1 strike. Out of play again, and it's 2-2.
That's what we're talking about. Beautiful moon. Just just over the right field wall. As we mentioned, this is one of the best nights we've seen all year. Something was not right. Samatachi stopped it. Mid-motion. If you're not committed, don't throw it.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Aurelia deep into left center field. Pujols looking up, and that's going to bounce off the wall. He barehands it, and Aurelia's got a 2-bagger.
Well, with as hard as he's been hitting the ball lately, you only hope that he would find a gap sooner, because his bowling point was starting to get close. This is not a bad pitch. It just comes back across the plate, lets him get a little bit too much strike zone on it. Boy, that's great distribution of weight. He really stays behind the ball nicely there. He's been doing it. Talk about how soft his front side is, how well he's been receiving the ball. Sooner or later, they have to start falling.
Sanders drew a leadoff walk in the second. Aurelia with his lead. The pitch to Sanders, and it's a strike.
Oh, nice changeup on the outside corner. As we mentioned, Samatachi will throw anything at any time. That pitch right there proved it. First pitch changeup.
Hit well to right field. Back is the right fielder, Marrero. He'll make the catch just before the track, and Aurelia goes to third.
So at least it's a productive out. And that's what the big boys can do with long fly balls. Well, join us right here on Fox Sports Net tomorrow night as the Giants host the Cardinals in Game 2 of this 4-game set. We go on the air at 7 o'clock with a short pregame before first pitch at 7:15. The Giants and Cardinals meet again at Pac-Bell Park tomorrow night at 7 on Fox Sports Net. The Matt Morris on the hill against Jason Schmidt. A couple of aces going at each other hard. Dave Duncan going to come out and talk to Samatachi now, just to re-up on what they want to do with Santiago. Santiago doubled his last at bat. Hit a ball over the head of Jim Edmonds in right center field. And they may try and bunch him at the hands here. You have a guy that can throw darts like Samatachi. If you give him a game plan, he'll go to it. And for a guy who hasn't got a lot of experience at the big league level, he doesn't have a lot of experience in knowing hitters, hitter types, hitter swings up here. But Dave Duncan does. Dave Duncan was a catcher before he was a pitching coach, and he is a good reader of hitters.
Infield is coming in. Santiago doubled in the second, and Samatachi went away from the location, and it's 1 ball and no strike.
First pitch changeup. I think the Cardinals are counting on Santiago being very aggressive in this situation. And they're trying to get him to come out of the strike zone and chase.
Matheny with the block. 2 balls and no strikes.
Look at one of the better ball blockers in the game right there. Matheny out of the University of Michigan. Set up wide. Watch the legs drop. Cover up that hole. You use that chest protector as your glove. The hole we're talking about is between your legs. You get make as much of a human wall as you can, and then be soft.
2 balls and no strikes. They get 3 balls and no strikes.
I think if they feel they throw enough teasers out there. If he doesn't chase and you'll walk him, it sets up the force, and Samatachi can pitch for a ground ball. He knows how to do that. He's got a slider and a sinker he can use. So if they give up a walk here, I think that's according to plan. They just don't want to give it to Santiago to the strike zone.
And Matheny couldn't find it, and Aurelia wisely held.
Well, when Santiago is not swinging the bat well, he will chase. But when he is swinging the bat well, as he is, he's more selective to what he's swinging at. So the plan that the Cardinals had was to Santiago that wasn't swinging it well. By him identifying the pitches and staying out of the strike zone, laying off, sort of foiled the plan.
JT is average in July over 300. David Bell is on deck. Now it's up to Snow. Aurelia at third. At first is Santiago. Swing and a miss. No balls and 1 strike.
Third hitter in a row. He's opened it up with a changeup. Established changeup, strike 1 that set up a fastball right at the hands.
They're loaded for David Bell.
Yeah, that was the intent. They wanted to try and go inside corner right at the hands. And JT Snow just turns away and catches it right there on the right tricep. Front arm. I think Tony La Russa is out to argue with Jim Wolf a bit as to JT Snow not really making an honest effort to get out of the way of that pitch. Hey, Tony, grab some pine, meat.
Here's David Bell. Walked in the second. Low, 1 ball and no strike.
Another off-speed pitch. Pitching backwards. Now it's a 1-0 count, a fastball count.
The pitch. Bell cannot hold up, according to Jim Wolf. 1 ball and 1 strike. Not going to give in, is he?
No, he will not.
One ball, 1 strike. David Bell hitting in the 7th spot in the lineup tonight. Inside, corner strike 1 and 2.
That was either a changeup or a slider that backed up. I think it was a change. Set up outside. Ball comes back inside corner. Hit a nice frame job from Matheny.
Whatever it was funky looking. So now more pressure for David Bell. 1 and 2. On the ground, it could be a pair. That's 1. And the double play, and that'll do it. Simon Tachi gets out of it. We'll head to the 5th. It stays 0-0. Well, McCovey Point at China Basin Park. It'll feature a statue of Willie McCovey. Also a Giants history walk, a 570-foot seat wall that highlights the roster of every Giants team from 1958 to 1999. You can purchase a tile to be placed on that seat wall. The 4x8 tile is $95. The 8x8 tile is $225. And with that $225 dollar price. You also receive an autographed Willie McCovey baseball. So for information, call 1-866-622-6839. That's 1-866-McCovey. And Fernando Vina at the plate. No balls in 1 strike. Every Giants team from 58 through 99, and give you an example, we have the 1974 San Francisco Giants team roster. I do. As Vina lines this into center field, a base hit. Mike, you have a different roster.
I got the 61 Giants team roster. And the wall will run right through here. McCovey's statue here. And then there's the T-ball ballpark that's going to be there. Picnic area here. You get to the ballpark early, come out, have a lunch before you come into Pac-Bell Park to watch a game. And I think the thing that's most impressive about it is it's honoring one of the greatest Giants of all time. A guy who we just think is lights out. Willie McCovey, the great Willie McCovey. And he's thrilled that this project has gotten underway. He's very flattered by it.
So to first, Vina back. Give you an idea, Mike, of some of the names that'll be on the wall. On that 74 team, Dave Kingman, Gary Maddox, Gary Matthews. Don McMahon was a pitcher on that team, along with Gary Lavelle, a strike to Polanco. So every person that played in the big leagues for the Giants in 1974, their names will be on that wall, as will the 66 Giants.
61.
Or 61 Giants.
How about this? Marichal, Billy Lowe's, Dick LeMay, Mike McCormick, one of our favorites, Stu Miller, Billy O'Dell, Jack Sanford, Bobby Bolin. Those are the pitchers. Felipe Alou, Matty Alou, Joey Malfitano, Ed Bailey, Eddie Bersude, the Baby Bull, Orlando Cepeda.
Polanco thought about swinging, held up.
Willie McCovey was on that 61 team. The great Willie Mays. Hobie Landreth, one of our favorites.
Vina on base for the 3rd straight time.
Is he dialed or what?
He is dialed. And he was leaning, and he just got back.
Vina hit 500 in the Pittsburgh series, 7 for 14. He said he thought he could have had 10 hits. Here he had a little bit of a leaner going to second base. JT cut that ball a little low in the glove. I'll put a sting in your hand.
A ball and a strike. High fly ball into right field for Sanders. And the Giants right fielder makes the catch. Big Mac along with Lon Simmons, a couple of the great Giants.
Yeah, they enjoy each other's company. It's fun to listen to the two of them tease each other. Big Mac saying, hey, Lon, put a hat on that head, meat. There's Mike McCormick. Mike McCormick was playing in the Giants golf tournament today. One of our favorites, the old left-hander, still has a good curveball.
Jim Edmonds, 0 for 2, and Hernandez threw a changeup to JT Snow.
It's great when they were talking, and the day we broke ground on the McCovey project, Mike McCormick was one of the speakers. And he told the story about Willie McCovey when he broke into the big leagues, had a very unforgettable day when he went 4 for 4. And McCormick says, you know, everybody talks about the day when McCovey broke in the 4 for 4, but what nobody talks about was on that same day I threw a shutout, a 4-hitter. And nobody ever says anything about that. Well, Lefty, we just did. The only Giant to ever win the Cy Young Award, Mike McCormick.
Edmonds takes a strike. 0-1. Which I find very hard to believe. All the years that Juan Marichal pitched here.
Good point.
But Koufax and Drysdale were down south.
Gibson in St. Louis.
High fly ball, center field. Shinjo. This ball keeps carrying. Shinjo leaps, and it is gone. Well, that one just didn't want to come down.
I thought that was a can of corn fly ball, easy out. Shows you the power that Edmonds has. You see a ball hit that high, you think there's no way, especially to the deepest part of the yard. Wow.
That makes it 2-0.
I mean, this ball goes straight up and to dead center. Look at it. He's thinking, and about right now he's going, well, maybe, and it just keeps riding out of here.
Here's Pujols. Foul back, and it's 0-1.
Shinjo back, measured, jumps up. 2 feet too short.
Oh, and 1 to Pujols. Popped out of play, and it's 0-2. Giants a couple of opportunities in the second, 1 in the fourth. Now they'll play catch-up baseball, which they've been known to do. Out of play again, and it stays 0-2. Padres are now leading the Dodgers 4-1. That game is in the 6th inning. Pujols battling Livan Hernandez. On the ground to third. David Bell can't get it. Aurelia does, but he will not throw. And that'll be an infield error. And that'll bring up Tino Martinez.
Had a very solid at bat against Levo last at bat. Bases loaded bullet to left center that was robbed by Tom Goodwin.
Down the left field line, but that will slice out of play.
Had him played perfectly.
Not a problem.
Got his old 4-H jacket on.
That's right, yeah. Give him a little. Baby. Right. Foul back, and it's 0-2.
Were you in the 4-H club?
1 year.
What'd you raise?
Well, actually, my dad raised a heifer. And I was too busy taking ground balls to even care. I was a bad 4-H kid. Inside to Martinez. 1-2.
Pitching him away and playing him away. Shinjo's about 8 steps out of straightaway center towards the left center field gap. And that's where they want this ball to go, over here.
Not there. Sanders gets to it. Martinez, a base hit. Here's the throw. The cutoff to throw to third. They got him. Pujols Made a mistake.
Now, we talk about it all the time, and it is something you can't take for granted. The throwing arm that Reggie Sanders has is rare because he gets rid of it so quickly. With such power and accuracy, you cannot make a mistake. It's a cutoff man, Aurelio Bell, Steve Reich, see you later. 9-6-5. And Pujols, who tries to really throw a little deke move on everybody, slowed down and sped up to try and get the third. See you later.
Renteria takes low.
Now watch this little deke he tries to throw on here as he rounds second base. Okay, I'm not going, I'm going. See ya. And here was Tom Goodwin coming from left field, backing up third. How about that hustle? Good shot, guys. Wonder if we can see that again.
2-0 to Renteria.
Watch across your screen. Tom Goodwin's going to come in and back up the play at third base. Ball gets by Bell. Goodwin's right there. That would save a run. Heads up play from Goodwin, the veteran.
3-0. Slow guys don't back up third.
Well, they can't get there. It's good baseball right there.
Three and one now to Renteria. Edmonds' home run here in the fifth has given the Cardinals a 2-0 lead. They have 8 hits. Falling back to the base is Martinez. Three and one. Make it 3-2.
And another 3-1 fastball that he absolutely looks right through. No intention of swinging. Either he's looking middle in or the late movement. And I'm not sure what movement was there, but whatever it was, I'm not understanding why this guy's not ready to swing on a 3-1 count.
Now Martinez on the move. Bouncing ball. May have glanced off the glove of Hernandez, but Aurelia's got it to throw him out. 2 runs for the Cardinals. Giants coming up. 2-0 St. Louis.
Okay, get on deck for the hottest tickets in town. When the Giants tickets become available again, make sure you're on deck for just $200 a seat. You can become a Giants on deck seat holder. Being on deck gives you first dibs on any seat that becomes available, rights to purchase individual game tickets before they go on sale to the general public, and inside connection to the team with your own Giants rep. 415-972-2298 for the on deck seating plan.
Kinjo popped out to left field in the second inning. He's 0 for 1. And he picks a ball. 2 balls in, no strikes.
Samatachi pitching was something he hadn't had all night, and that's a lead.
Left center field, lots of room for Edmonds. That's out number 1.
Mike McCormick, 1967, the Cy Young Award winner, started that year in the bullpen. Here he is. Classic curveball. Great position to field it. Lefty. Like the old ancient mariner now with that beard.
Here's Livan Hernandez, who struck out in the third. Bouncing ball foul. And it's no balls and 1 strike.
All right, Sandy Anthony, of our ball babes tonight. Her dad, Buell Doherty, is on the other side of the field. Let's play, Sandy, an old lefty. Shouldn't say old.
Young lefty.
Yeah, pretty lefty. Got it going.
That's a base hit. He can hit.
Giants baseball is brought to you in part by Southwest Airlines, bringing people together with low fares. Fly Southwest.
Jacket for Livan Hernandez as he picks up his 11th hit on the season. And Tom Goodwin will be the hitter.
I think that's one of the greatest garments in the history of the world right there, a baseball jacket. Get a pair of jeans on, throw on a t-shirt, put a jacket on like that, you're good to go.
Saw Livan Hernandez in the clubhouse yesterday when Minor was scratched, JT Snow was scratched. And he walked by and I said, you know, you could be playing first tonight. And he said, not a problem. Goodwin is 0 for 2. On the ground to short. Renteria goes to Vigna. Vigna to first, not in time. So Goodwin aboard.
Tell you what, that was a heck of a turn by Fernando Vigna. Very quick. I didn't think they'd even have any chance at all to get Goodwin once this ball went to the right of Renteria. Nice high feed, short little arm cock to get in position. Rifles a seed over to Martinez. They almost got him.
The Giants with and without Bonds.
They've done all right. How about that? Averaging the same amount of runs a game, 5. That's a surprise. Hey, we miss him.
Here's Martinez. He's single and he's flied out. Goodwin could try to get into scoring position. And Martinez swings and misses, and it's no balls and 1 strike.
Well, I'd like to see him try. You still run a base off of Mike Matheny, you have earned it.
Down the left field line. That'll be a base hit. Goodwin is going to score. Here he comes. And it's 2-1. One juggle from Pujols. That's all it took.
Well, you're going to lose a little bit of defense with Pujols in the lineup, but you're going to gain a lot of offense. And what you can do as a base runner is anticipate it. A nice solid at bat from Martinez. He rakes it down here. Pujols comes over, takes his eye off the ball, is not fouled in the glove. And as soon as that happens, let's watch Tom Goodwin. He never breaks stride. Plays right in front of him, and here he goes. And that is flying right there. That is Motor Speed City. 10 seconds from first to home. Wow.
Aurelia at the plate. Martinez in scoring position. And there has not been an error ruled. And a strike to Aurelia, and it's 0-1. And I don't believe that Goodwin would have scored if Pujols hadn't kicked it.
Well, you're right, and something has to account for that 90 feet. He ain't breathing hard.
Aurelia holds up. 1 ball and 1 strike. Goodwin wanted to be like Shane Snow in the kids game. Just step on home plate and go around again.
Keep running. Shane Snow went from home to the foul pole in right field. And was ticked off when he found a wall.
Here's the 1-1. Outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Giants have picked up a run here in the 5th. And now they've given someone an error. It must be Pujols. There is an error on the board. Foul. Look out. One of those sleepers that end up in an area where you don't think you're going to get a foul ball. Like, how about right down the tunnel? When a lady comes,
she gets the ball.
Now,
watch right here. There's where the ball goes. And the 2 gals were just sitting there minding their own business.
Oh.
Then she turns around and sees the ball coming back towards her, and she goes and gets it.
2-2 to Aurelia. Now he'll step out. Well, the one gal walked out with the ball, held it up high like she'd actually caught it barehanded. Which is exactly what I would have done.
She is fired up.
2-2 to Rich Aurelia. They're coming in. And Aurelia takes in, and it's 3-2.
I like the effort, though. Soft away, hard stuff in. And Rich Aurelia, one of the toughest guys in the league to jam with a hard fastball.
Well, they went in. What will they do? 3-2 with the base open. They walk them.
A little changeup on the outside corner.
Here's Dave Duncan.
Now here's a look at what's on tap for the Giants on TV, brought to you by Corona. The Giants will take on the Cardinals tomorrow night. Game 2 of this 4-game set at 7 p.m. on Fox Sports Net. And then this weekend, it'll be the Dodgers invading San Francisco. And Friday night is a 7 p.m. KTVU Fox 2 game. Saturday a 1 p.m. KTVU Fox 2 game. And then Sunday a 1 p.m. KTVU Fox 2 game. I want to correct myself. Friday is the 7:30 KTVU Fox game. So lots of actions. I hope you mark it down on your calendar and be there to join these games with us.
Sanders is walked and he's flied out. He's got Martinez at second and Aurelia at first. Ooh, no balls and 1 strike.
Boy, he's been brave with that first pitch changeup. The beauty of the first pitch changeup is you don't have to be too fine to a corner. And this one floats right up there. But when you're looking fastball, it'll lock you up.
No balls and 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Nothing in 2.
Back-to-back changeups. I mean, that's the confidence he has in that pitch. Really, I think he believes that is his best pitch. When you can back it up and throw one after another, you've got a good one.
Two to 1 Cardinals. Bottom of the 5th inning. Sanders in a battle. Fouls this one off of home plate umpire Jim Wolf.
Wow, soft 0-2 power, 90-mile-an-hour fastball right in on the hands of Sanders. Good pitch, good swing. You throw a pitch like that and the guy's right on it, you don't want to go back in there.
On the ground to third. Polanco will tag Martinez. And that ends the inning. Giants do pick up a run. They strand a pair. We'll go to the 6th. 2-1 Cardinals.
Giants baseball is brought to you by your local Chevy dealers, who invite you to E-Air Expo at Moffett Field on July 27th and 28th to see the all-new redesigned 2003 Silverado. By Pennzoil, we're driving protection. And by Taco Bell. For a tasty deal, think outside the bun.
2-1 Cardinals as we go to the top of the 6th here at Pac Bell Park. Giants right in the middle of a tough stretch where they are playing 14 games against the Diamondbacks, the Dodgers, and the Cardinals. But so far this year, the Giants have done pretty well against quality opponents. The Giants' record against teams with winning records is 25-20. The Diamondbacks are 22-18. The Dodgers are 21-25. And guys, right now there's some concern about Reggie Sanders. He mentioned to training staff possible little hamstring, something in there, and he has gone down into the tunnel. And right now the Giants do not have a right fielder. In fact, they do now. Sean Dunston is going to head out the outfield, so Reggie Sanders is going to be done for the night. He's got a little injury problem, so the injuries mount for the Giants.
That is not good news. All right, thanks, Glenn. So Dunston is now in right field.
If you watched Sanders going down the line, doesn't seem to be anything wrong with his stride to first base. Wow, and he has been red hot too.
So Dunston in right. And the hitter for the Cardinals will be Eli Marrero. Marrero has popped out twice. Past David Bell, a base hit. Livan Hernandez just cannot get by without that leadoff hitter getting on. Best Damn Sports Show all summer is coming up after the ball game. Join hosts Chris Rose, Tom Arnold, and the rest of the crew. Jack Nicklaus will be on. Don King will be on. Dom Capers will be on. Coming up after the ball game.
That is the 5th time in this ball game that the Cardinals have been able to get the leadoff runner on board against Hernandez.
Here's Matheny. He's flied out and he's grounded out. Back on the dive is Marrero.
Marrero's got 11 stolen bags. I mean, Marrero's a catcher. Playing right field mainly because J.D. Drew is hurt. Got 11 stolen bags. How about that?
And a good lead. And it's getting a little closer every time.
Very quick move from Livan Hernandez. A lot of things he does so well. And holding runners on is one of them. Fielding his position is another one of them.
That's below us and out of play. No balls and 1 strike. Two runs, 9 hits, and an error for the Cardinals. 1 run, 5 hits, and no errors for the Giants. And this was a lob by Hernandez. San Diego still leading the Dodgers 4-1. That game is in the 7th, and now they're making a change in the score. And it's 5-1 Padres. Snap throw. Back is Marrero.
The game down in Arizona. As we watch another attempted pickoff over at first base.
Mike telling you earlier that he's done well in the stolen base department.
Talking about that game in Arizona, Kite. The Diamondbacks leading Colorado 3-0 in the 7th with 2 out, but Colorado has the bases loaded against Schilling.
Runner goes. Swinging a bouncing ball. David Bell's got it. The second safe. The first out. And they nearly turned it.
He is so aggressive. David Bell, is so aggressive to the lead out. He really gets greedy. He wants that out. But you have to tip your cap to Ramon Martinez because he took the throw, took the hit, and still got the back into the play. Herrera almost comes across the bag. And there's the pressure put on the play from Marrero, and he almost leaves the bag. But nice play from Ramon to get the out on Matheny in the back end. Play goes 5-4 to 3.
Simon Tachi fouls it behind home plate, and it's 0-1. Single in the third. He struck out in the fourth.
It's right there. He's going to gamble. Does not get the force out. But here's where Martinez makes something in a very difficult position to try and get a throw off. Marrero putting the heat on. Cannot be afraid of contact to be a middle infielder.
Hey, don't sit so close to me. Here's the 0-1 to Simon Tachi and the bluff of a bunt. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Well, you don't like a little contact?
Hey, back on.
Donkey.
Shumpert popped out in the game you're talking about. The Diamondbacks and Schilling get out of it. Line drive. Hernandez has got it. And the double play. How about that one? He can wiggle his way out with the best of them.
It's time for Carl's Jr. in your face. For big, juicy charbroiled burgers, the name of the game is Carl's Jr. Well, check it out. Simon Tachi, the pitcher up. It's an easy out, we think. A breaking ball bullet right back up the middle. Levon, little flip throw to Aurelia, and that kills Marrero, and that is in your face. Marrero going down, and then he just kind of gives up. See ya. Second base umpire Eric Cooper, I think he enjoyed ringing up the back out of that play.
I think you're right.
Said it time and time again. He fields his position well.
Santiago is doubled and he's walked. No balls and 1 strike. 2-1 Cardinals. Santiago, Snow, Bell. Simon Tachi with 2 strikeouts, 4 walks. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Staying right below the strike zone. 3-0 Arizona in Arizona. 5-1 San Diego over the Dodgers in the 8th. Dodgers are having a hard time scoring runs in San Diego.
Foul. Santiago pulled that pitch. It was 6 inches outside. The Big Marine a home run tonight.
Matt Williams, a solo shot. You know, he's a Diamondback, but I cannot root against that guy. Can't do it.
The night that the Giants honored Mark Gardner, Matt Williams introduced. He got a huge ovation.
As Willie should. He was a great man.
Santiago out on a bad pitch, 1 down here in the 6th inning.
Well, Simon Tachi pitched 4 pitches to Santiago. None of them were in the strike zone, and he gets a strikeout. And here's the payoff pitch. The change up down below the strike zone. All by design, and they get a fisherman.
Snow walked in the, or checked it, grounded out in the second, was hit by a pitch in the fourth.
Second time tonight that Simon Tachi has gone into his pitch, and all of a sudden halfway through it has stopped. He did it against Aurelia back in the fourth, and Aurelia in the next pitch had a leadoff double.
Inside to Snow, and it's a ball, 1-0. Stan Connie talking to Dusty Baker about the health probably of Reggie Sanders. And Connie, a busy man over the last week. Actually busy all the time. Snow fouls it back. It's 1-2.
It's his best fastball, 92 miles per hour here on his 89th pitch of the evening. Trying to go up with it. I know he's a low ball hitter. Trying to stay away from his strength. He's been ahead of a lot of hitters tonight. He has pitched well.
One ball and 2 strikes. Snow pulls it foul. Bottom of the 6th. Hernandez has kept the Giants in this one. 2-2. Over 90 pitches now for Simon Tachi. Here's the 2-2. And he nearly nipped him again. It's a full count.
The longest that Simon Tachi has pitched at the big league level is 7 1/3 innings. He did it against Pittsburgh back in May. He has gone into the 7th inning 4 times in his 12 starts.
Snow gets jammed, a little flare, and this is going to fall. That is a thank you very much. A sick bay base hit for JT Snow.
He'll take it. So will Dusty Baker. Just right in his hands, just trying to stay right at the belt. Throws it out there, a ball hit right at the label of the bat. This is a thing of beauty right here, right over Vigna's head. Runners have been hard to come by.
David Bell with the bases loaded hit into a 5-4-3 double play in the 4th. Snow aboard at first. And a strike, and it's 0-1.
Well, the number of first pitch curveballs and changeups he's thrown is just remarkable.
Crudale in the bullpen getting loose.
Sorry, Smooth. We talked about Simon Tachi at the start of the broadcast. We talked about him being a 4-pitch pitcher, a fastball, curveball, slider, change. A little sink to his fastball. Well, he has used all of his pitches in that first pitch situation and has gotten them all over.
Just off the plate, a ball and a strike. Sonny Jackson signs to David Bell and to JT Snow. 1 ball and 1 strike. good swing, and it's 1-2. Shinjo on deck. Remember, Sanders is out of the game. Dunston is in. It's a one set for Sox. Usually you have the White Sox, the very thin White Sox, and then you pull the outer socks over them, but that's one piece. Kind of takes the fun out of putting your socks on, doesn't it?
I mean, you got to look hard for a pair of sanitary socks in a big league clubhouse anymore.
1-2 in the dirt. 2-2. Cardinal look. I mean, from the waist down, I mean, that could be Red Shanies out there pitching. Outside, a full count to David Bell.
Red Shanies, the Hall of Famer, second baseman, and ex-manager of the Cardinals. And that's what you normally see. I mean, most people don't even know that the Cardinal uniform has the striped stocking. Most guys don't show it at all. The only guy we ever saw used to wear socks like that was Red Shanies.
Snow goes. David Bell fouls it at the plate. Snow returns to first. Shinjo on deck. Giants trailing by a run. Looking for some action here in the 6th inning. Snow goes. David Bell takes ball 4.
3-2 changeup. Boy, does he believe in that pitch.
Shinjo has popped out to left. He's flied out to center. No bullpen activity for the Giants as Livan Hernandez comes out. Snow at second, Bell aboard at first.
I'm so worried. You're sitting here watching this game from the side, Kai. You're watching everybody else take their bats, watching the number of first pitch changeups and curveballs this guy's been featuring. I mean, do you look for it?
Absolutely. There's a strike.
The big slow breaking ball. Changeup's a tough pitch to look for, though.
Well, you play the odds. How many first pitch fastballs have you seen for strikes? One ball and one strike.
I mean, he really tries to set that fastball up with the breaking ball or the changeup. There's the Shinjo stamp. And look at the color of that bat. Bone white. And now he changed it. So the other one didn't work.
I mean, that's such an unusual color for a baseball bat. That's a base hit to right field. Snow is going to be waved in. Here's the throw. And Snow is out at the plate.
Wow, JT Snow absolutely hammered Mike Matheny. I mean, that's as big a collision as we've seen in a long time. Snow looked like his old man Jack Snow coming across the backfield, taking on a DB right here. Bam! Wow, what a hit. And to Mike Matheny's credit, that's taking a licking and keep on ticking.
Well, he got a short hop, too.
Wow, what a play from Matheny. That is just Unbelievable. Look at Snow though, coming here, loves it. That's the hit of the year, Rick. That's the hit of the last 5 years.
New pitcher coming in. And it's 2-1 Cardinals. Now Saturday night, August 10th, join Giant celebrities for a gourmet dinner, wine pairing benefit until there's a cure foundation at the Westin St. Francis Hotel in San Francisco. There's the number to call, 800-88-UNTIL. Remember, it's August 10th at the Westin St. Francis Hotel. Another local kid, Mike Crudale, facing Livan Hernandez with 2 outs. And the pitch is low. Crudale graduated from Monte Vista High School in Danville. Lives in Danville. And he's on to try to get the last out here in the 6th. Hernandez fouls it back, and it's a ball and a strike.
Crudale really comes at the hitter. A good fastball, 90 to 94 miles per hour. Got a good sink to it. Hard slider. And he's having a very solid year for Tony La Russa. He's got 20 strikeouts in 24 and a third innings. He's only walked 3 guys.
Up high, 2 balls and 1 strike.
You don't see many guys come off their back leg as hard as Crudale does. He really explodes. Simon Tachi's night has ended. He pitched well.
Bell at third. At second is Shinjo. Inside. 3 balls and 1 strike.
I'm not sure if it's possible to walk Livan Hernandez.
Well, we'll find out on this 3-1 pitch. Here it comes. Popped him up. Vigna will put it away, and that ends the inning. Giants an opportunity. And J.T. Snow out at home plate in a terrific play by Mike Matheny.
Two 9-1 for the Cardinals, 1-7-0 for the Giants as we go to the top of the 7th inning. For GMC Professional Grade tonight, we have been watching Fernando Vigna and Placido Polanco, who both have very good career numbers against Livan Hernandez. And tonight, those two are 3 for 6 with a couple singles, a double, and a run scored. All 3 of those hits have been by Fernando Vigna, and those two in their career now combined against Livan Hernandez, 20 for 53, and those two will be the first 2 hitters that Hernandez will face here in the top of the 7th. Guys, back to you.
All right, thanks, Glenn. So this will be a big half inning for Livan Hernandez.
Well, Vigna has really been impressive tonight. And his last at bat just really waited on a big, slow curveball that Livan Hernandez floated up there around 65 miles per hour. But as soon as that pitch left Livan's hand, Vigna dropped that front foot and just stayed solid. The weight never shifted on his front leg. And when a guy does that, boy, he is dialed.
Well, so the one guy the Giants would rather not see lead off is David Bell in at third. And Vigna takes a pitch low and away for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. 2-1 Cardinals.
If you're getting no weight slide on a hitter with your off-speed stuff, you're doing him a favor if you're throwing something soft.
2-0.
And I think you have to do what Livan's doing, and that's go at him with fastballs. But you got to go after him. You cannot give him a free pass.
Last 4 innings, the leadoff hitter's been aboard. And a strike. 3 balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, 5 out of the 6 innings. Becomes such a big part of the game too. I mean, this is huge. You're out of the windup. You got a little freedom in your motion here. You got a little opportunity to have a quick inning.
Right to David Bell. Kind of a tricky short hop to Snow. 1 out.
That is a huge out. Keeping him off the base paths.
Here's Polanco. Polanco is 0 for 3. Bouncing ball, Aurelia stays down, has it, 2 down.
All fastballs. He spent some time working that thing up.
It's a pretty good one.
She did.
Got all the colors correct.
All right, nice going. Grab some pine, meat. She has won my heart.
Edmonds, a 2-run home run in the 5th. Out of play down the left field line. This was a fly ball that just kept going and going.
And he thought it was a pop-up. We thought it was a pop-up. And it goes out to dead center.
The power of backspin. 0-1. Slow roller. Hernandez won't get to it in time as it kicks foul. And Snow hoping it would hit the edge of the grass and kick.
Like
Fair didn't do it.
Edmonds was having a word with JT Snow. Good friends when they were teammates in California. Or Anaheim, I should say, as Angels. JT was going to let that ball roll to see if it would come back fair. And Edmonds had to kick it, do a second gear down the line to run it out.
They're letting us know that Sanders left because of tightness in his right hamstring. 0-2 pitch. Just off the plate, 1-2.
Stan Conti talking it over with Jeff Kent.
Low and in, 2-2. No one knows the heart and soul of players better than 3 people in the clubhouse: the manager, the trainer, and the clubhouse guy.
And there's the clubhouse guy, Mike Murphy. Best in the business.
3-2.
Well, he had a quick 0-2, then he went and missed outside with a fastball, then went inside with a breaking ball, missed outside again with a fastball. And he's thinking it over right now. He hasn't thrown that changeup.
See what he throws here. He walked him.
There's the changeup.
Pujols 1 for 2, an infield hit. He was walked intentionally. For the Giants in the home half of the 7th inning, it'll be the top of the batting order. Tom Goodwin to lead it off. Troy Brohan is jogging down to the bullpen. And a strike to Pujols.
You better get in here. This guy's scary. He's got power all over the place. A good breaking ball hitter, too.
Oh, and 1 to Pujols. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
Boy, that was a good snapper right there. Really nice location with it. Set up outside. They've dropped this thing right on the knees. Very quick hammer. Drops right below the strike zone.
Oh, and 2. Back is Edmonds. Edmonds is not a guy that's going to run a lot. He only has a couple of steals.
I think he picks the spots well. If you don't pay attention to him over there at first base, he'll take advantage of that. Gotta make sure he stops.
1 and 2. Tasek and Brohan.
Tasek was battling with blue in Los Angeles.
Fly ball right field. Dunston. This will be Dunston's first play, and he makes it to end the inning. Goodwin, Martinez, Aurelia coming up. It's 2-1 Cardinals.
Well, tonight the best damn sports show periods. All-Star Summer continues with the Golden Bear Jack Nicklaus checking in. He'll talk golf and who the real great golfer of all time is. Plus, Don King will be dropping by to fire up the best damn set. And Houston coach Dom Capers tells our guys how the expansion Houston Texans will fare this season. So don't miss the best damn sports show period coming up next on Fox Sports Net.
Tight one here at Pac Bell Park. 2-1. And Tom Goodwin will lead it off. Goodwin taking all the way, takes a strike.
It's a great thing when you have it in your mind that you're going to take a pitch to start off an at bat. Show bunt. You're going to get a good look at the pitch, and you're going to bring that third baseman in. He has to come in.
In the dirt, a ball and a strike.
Even if you have no intention whatsoever of bunting, just by showing bunt, all of a sudden he's got to move out of position to respect that. Now, Tom Goodwin is a guy who will bunt, and the league knows that.
2-1. The Giants need Goodwin on any way they can get him.
He's been red hot.
He flips it to left, and Pujols will make the catch. And that'll bring up Ramon Martinez. Martinez, a couple of hits, a single and a double. Mike Crudale throws a strike, and it's 0-1.
Martinez all over the place tonight, hitting the ball hard. Right field, left field, dialed. Hernandez saying, "Get me a run, give me a couple." The way he has pitched tonight, he's not going to need a whole lot more.
That pop-up hit into right field for Marrero, and he puts it away, and there's 2 down.
But you can join us right here on Fox Sports Net tomorrow night as the Giants will host the Cardinals in Game 2 of this 4-game series. We will go on the air at 7 o'clock with a short pregame show. First pitch is at 7:15. The Giants and Cardinals meet again at Packville Park tomorrow night at 7 on Fox Sports Net.
Here's Rich Aurelia. Rich Aurelia is hit into a double play. He's doubled and he's walked. Jason Schmidt tomorrow night, sitting next to Murph. Strike to Rich Aurelia. And the gentleman that he'll be facing, and that guy can pitch, and that's Matt Morris. Oh, and 1 to Aurelia. 0-2.
Nasty curveball from Crudell. Backed it up, opened up the AB with a curveball, followed it right back up, and this is perfect location. Late snap. Really goes out to cover, and he breaks the plane. Strike 2.
Aurelia fouls it back.
Try to sneak a fastball by him. Can't be lazy with that location, not to a guy with hand speed like Aurelius. He was right on it.
Dunston on deck.
Take that high fastball away, and an 0-2 count accomplishes nothing. You're going to throw a pitch above the strike zone in an 0-2, make it in.
It's a base hit.
How many times did you see Aurelia do that last year? And again, we've been talking about how solid he has been in his approach to last week. He hadn't got a lot of hits to show for it, but his at-bats have just been so solid. Again, the front foot goes down. Watch, there's not much slide out to the front foot. He stays back, the hands stay in control, and that pitch, even though it's a good one to the outside part of the plate, he still throws the head of the bat to the ball and punches it through the hole on the right side of the field. And I think you're going to start seeing more of the hits to right field start to grow. Only 6 so far, and that's low. When he's swinging the bat well, he gets a lot that way.
Dunston batting for the first time. Breaking ball in for a strike, and it's 0-1.
Every time you see a guy buckle like that on a curveball as a pitcher, you think, man, I can do that again. So what you try to do is get to a 2-strike with another pitch, so that in a 2-strike situation you can drop that hammer on him again.
0-1 to Dunston. Santiago on deck. Popped out of play, and it's 0-2.
And there's the 2-strike count he wants. But Crudell, back of his mind, he's thinking, hey, I know I can throw another curveball here because he did not pick it up well the first time I threw it.
Jeff Kent. Watching. 0-2 to Dunston. High and foul down the right field line and out of play. So Dunston will regroup. Aurelia with the 1-out single at first, or 2-out single at first. Dunston on the ground to short. Renteria's got it, and he'll go the short way to end the inning. 8th inning coming up here at the ballpark. It's 2-1 Cardinals. Here's our game summary brought to you by Jack in the Box, where we don't make it till you order it. 2-1. That's your score. Edmonds a 2-run home run. Hernandez 7 innings pitched, 3 walks in a couple of strikeouts. Here's Tino Martinez to lead it off. Martinez is 1 for 3. Martinez takes a tailing fastball, 1 ball and 1 strike.
One thing I've always liked about Martinez's swing is he's a solid front side guy, and really he's got good drive to the opposite field. When he hits a ball to left field, he gets backspin on it.
There's a base hit to right field, and another leadoff hitter on against Hernandez.
When a guy's that solid front side, you're doing him a favor when you throw him something soft middle in, because that's what happens. You speed his bat up, and that's the ball that he pulls. Fastballs, he'll go to left center. Little change up. Really not a bad pitch. It's on the knees at the outside part of the plate, but he just goes down and gets it. It's nice hitting. Another leadoff runner for the Cardinals.
Felix Rodriguez trotting down to the bullpen. Ooh, that one nearly shot by Santiago, and it's 1 ball and no strike. Renteria is single, he's walked, and he's grounded out. Back is Tino Martinez. And another soft toss to first. Two-1 Cardinals.
Renteria's a good hit and run guy. Great back control. Puts it in play.
Fouls this one back to even the count. 1 ball and 1 strike.
You know, Renteria is one of those hitters that at times I think he actually hits better in hit and run situations than he does just in normal situations. It's a good front foot hitter, and I think a lot of guys who handle that situation well are front foot hitters.
Martinez goes. This is, well, thought it was a hit and run, but it turns out to be an easy steal for Martinez. So sorry if I don't get that one.
Wow. I don't think Dusty Baker gets it either. Breaking ball down the dirt, and I think right now Tino Martinez is going, where's the throw? And there was none.
That's to right field. Dunston will drift back, make the catch. Martinez is tagging, and Dunston's throw is just a shade late.
That's a heck of a throw. Ball takes Dunston back. I mean, he's got no momentum whatsoever to the bag. Catches it, sets himself quickly in a 1 hopper. It's a long way. I mean, not close. Still, Showing off your wing right there. How big is that stolen base now? Now they get a first runner at third base, 1-out situation.
Marrero has popped out twice and he's singled. Giants will play the infield in. And a pitch out. Nothing going on.
Tell you, the way that they're playing Shinjo in defense of Marrero, I mean, he is way over to the side, out of normal straightaway center field position. Just by the way he's playing him, I would look away hard.
In the dirt, 2 balls and no strike.
Or just look away.
Matheny on deck. Cardinals trying to scratch out an extra run. Here's the 2-0. And it's up high and away 3-0. Klein getting loose in the bullpen. Rodriguez on the opposite side. And now they'll walk Marrero intentionally. And Matheny will hit. Arizona beats Colorado 5-1. Dave Righetti coming out. And the Dodgers lost. I think that's 11 of the last 13. Witasic heads back down to the bullpen. Matheny is hit in his last 2 at bats. Is it ground balls to David Bell? So we shall see if that's what Livan Hernandez is going to try to do.
Well, there's a lot of things that they can do with Matheny because he handles the bat well. I mean, they can squeeze with him. They can send a runner. The guy's got a pretty good idea how to handle a situation like this. I mean, he's a bat control guy, and he's pretty patient at the plate. Look for something up to get in the air deep enough to score that runner. For the Giants, they want to put the ball on the ground for what you just talked about, Kev. The team does not run that well. It's a ground ball situation until you get to a 2-strike count, and then you can take a shot at trying to strike him out.
J.D. Drew has grabbed a bat. He's in the on-deck circle. The pitch to Matheny. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Matheny looking down to Jose Akendo, the third base coach. There's Drew. Oh, and 1. Bouncing ball to Aurelia. Aurelia is going to come home, and not in time. Martinez beat it. They couldn't get the double play, so he decided to come home, and that's not a bad play. And Dusty Baker's coming out.
Well, I agree with you. It's not a bad play here. There's no chance for 2. He comes in and makes a nice play to choke off the hop. It was tricky. He throws a strike right to Santiago. There's just too much plate exposed. Santiago does not get a leg out there in front of the plate at all. It's a wide open lane for Martinez. That's not an easy hop. Going on the run. And he was safe. Good call from Jim Wolf.
Here comes Dusty Baker. Dusty Baker going to the bullpen. It's 3-1 St. Louis. We'll be back.
(3-1) Cardinals as we are in the top of the 8th inning with 1 out. There's 2 runners on. The new pitcher for the Giants, Troy Brohan. For Brohan, these are the numbers he had in Fresno. He threw in 48 games, went 3-3, a 3.43 ERA. But the last month that he had for the Grizzlies, he was outstanding. Lights out. Got a good breaking ball, great changeup.
Here's Miguel Cairo, who's pinch hitting for J.D. Drew. A run in for the Cardinals. Swinging a fly ball to left field for Goodwin. Goodwin will camp underneath it and make the play, and there's 2 down. And that'll bring up Vigna.
1 pitch, 1 out. Nice way to come in relief. Another statistic, that's one of the biggest ones that you're most concerned of when you are coming in relief of an existing inning, is how you do against the first guy you face. 1 pitch, 1 out. Thank you very much.
Here's Vigna. 3 for 4. Giants finally got him out in the 7th inning. On a ground ball to David Bell. J.T. Snow will take it himself. Inning over. 2 pitches.
Giants baseball is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Southwest Airlines, bringing people together with low fares. By Heineken, it's all about the beer. Heineken. By Carl's Jr. For big, juicy, charbroiled burgers, the name of the game is Carl's Jr. By Sprint PCS, the clear alternative to cellular. By Aflac, ask about it at work. By Northern California Toyota. Your Northern California dealers invite you to test drive the completely redesigned 2002 Camry. And by Jack Daniel's Country Cocktails. They're not coolers, they're Jack Daniel's Country Cocktails.
Here's Klein to Santiago, who tries to bunt at it and misses, and it's 0-1.
See a lot of sliders from Steve Klein. It's his bread and butter.
Snow to follow, and then David Bell. It's 3-1 Cardinals. Giants have left 9 in this game. Bouncing ball, Renteria. He has it, and that's out number 1. .355 ERA for Klein. This will be appearance number 33, and the hitter will be J.T. Snow.
Nice walks to strikeout ratio, 26 Ks, 9 walks. Almost a strikeout an inning. He's got good stuff. Fastball slider, as we mentioned, really is an outstanding slider.
Low to J.T. Snow, who picked up a base hit in the 6th inning. Two for 7 lifetime against Klein. And a strike. That evens the count.
If you look at Klein's numbers this season, and they're a little bit deceiving. Lefties are hitting .262 against him, 11 for 42. They have not hit a home run against him. He has struck out 14 and walked 4 lefties.
Snow takes a strike.
Wow. Now that's a rare strike, and Snow is very upset by it. He should be. Jim Wolf's a low ball umpire. The strike zone's been down mid-thigh to below the knees all night long, and this is up and in. Has not been called a strike. So he's in a 1-2 hole here. What a difference a pitch makes.
Two and two.
There's that slider. It's got a sweep to it. And it's not predictable either. You won't get the same type of break from Klein. Sometimes it'll be a slider's got a better tilt to it. Sometimes it'll back up. Back up means it'll throw up there with slider rotation on it, and it'll go straight. It won't break at all.
And Snow just stayed alive as Matheny couldn't hang on to it. It's 2 and 2. Snow just fouled it.
What you don't want to do with Steve Klein is sit next to him on the bench. He does not change his hats. And they are gnarly.
Low to Snow in a full count.
Cardinals have a Cardinal red hat that they have for home, and they have a two-tone one, the red one with a blue bill. That's it. He gets one of each, and that's it for the year.
How about that?
It's good at that. Get down 1-2 in the count and come back for a walk. That's a sweet AB.
There's your checklist.
To do, bring a glove, get a ball, get a Kruk bobblehead, get on Fox Sports Net. How about get a couple runs? Hit a ball.
David Bell is 0 for 1 lifetime against Klein. That doesn't give you much history at all. But he does represent the tying run, and he's walked twice. Pops this one out of play, and it's 0-1. Worrell works his way down to the bullpen. Kent looking for his helmet. 0-1 to David Bell. Inside corner strike, and it's 0-2.
Mentioned that lefties are hitting 262 against Klein. Righties hitting 264. No home runs allowed.
So now David Bell in a spot where he's got to swing the bat in the dirt. 1-2. Lots of base runners tonight, but not lots of scoring. That's why in a 3-1 game, we are past the 3-hour mark. Mutasic and Morel. 1-2. Foul, look out. Got a guy down there with a camera right up against the screen. And he nearly hit the lens.
Little ding on it. I think it did whack it. It's battle scar. No worries.
1-2 to David Bell. They're going to come in. David Bell pops it up. Matheny coming back, but it's out of play. Duncan comes out.
In the National League, the one team that really has dogged Steve Klein in his career has been the Giants. Lifetime 5.75 ERA. I mean, nobody else is even close. Most of the teams over the years have an ERA in the low 3s, mid 3s. The Giants have done well against them.
1-2 to David Bell. Another pop-up out of play.
Giants are looking for that hit, that one hit, to get the folks here in this yard amped up. Fans here are waiting, trying to get into it.
He hits it hard. He hits it deep. It is out of here. And they're amped. I have a feeling that Dave Duncan told him not to throw that pitch.
I think you're right. I think you're right. They wanted to crowd him. Don't give him something he can extend through. The first home run that Steve Klein has given up this year, and it ties the ball game. How clutch is David Bell?
And Shinjo fouls this one at the plate.
You know, and go back to the at-bat, too, from J.T. Snow. It's the second night in a row that he's drawn a big walk in front of an emotional home run.
Three to three. Up and in. 1 ball and 1 strike.
And there is the swing of the bat from Bell. A little slider that had a little hang time to it. Bell gets extended, and for the 15th time this year, he leaves earth. Klein cannot believe it. First one he's given up all year, and Dusty Baker says, yeah, that's what we're talking about. That was the 7th pitch of the at-bat that Bell whacked out of here. And he lit this place up.
1-1 to Shinjo. Right at Renteria. And there's 2 down. And the hitter will be Kent.
Pinch hitting for the Giants. Number 21, Jeff Kent.
David Bell, home run number 15. His RBI total now right at 50. Here comes Tony La Russa. And we got a change. Luther Hackman's coming in. Steve Klein departs. David Bell, bye-bye, baby. And that tied it up. We'll be back. Three to three. David Bell, the 2-run home run to tie it up. Luther Hackman on the mound facing Jeff Kent. Kent in as the pinch hitter. And a dribbler foul to the backstop, and it's 0-1.
27th game for Hackman. 2-3, 3.69 ERA. Got a good slider, good sinker. 20 strikeouts against 21 walks. He has given up 2 homers in 39 innings.
Oh, 0-1 to Kent with 2 outs here in the 8th. Another dribbler foul. Same, almost like an instant replay, and it's 0-2.
It's a hard slider, and he's located both those breaking balls in a great spot here to open up the at-bat and gain the 0-2 advantage. First time that Kent has ever faced Luther Hackman. Hackman in his second year at the big league level, 6'4", 195-pounder out of Mississippi.
Ooh, yeah, good cut.
No 2 hanger. Got a little lazy with that location. Still at 88 miles per hour. I don't see too many 88-mile-an-hour breaking balls. But that is a mistake right there. You do not want to elevate a guy's swing by an up location with a breaking ball.
Kent with one foul. Hackman again away from the catcher's location.
Matheny a little upset with the carelessness of 2 pitches in a row that Hackman has thrown here ahead in the count 0-2. 0-2 hanging slider and that 0-2 fastball. They wanted off the plate way away to do a little paralysis. That came right back across the plate at 95.
Kent fouls another one.
I think it's driving Matheny crazy. Looking into Dave Duncan and gave him a little head of the nod of the head, whatever you call it. He's not happy right now.
He moved his head up and down.
Yeah, thank you, partner. The head of the nod.
One ball and 2 strikes.
Looked like a changeup. Try to trick him. It's amazing to see a guy throwing 95 trying to trick somebody.
One and 2 to Kent.
That's a throw slider.
Got him. That was his best one. And that ends the inning. Giants tied up on the home run off the bat of David Bell. 3-3.
To the 9th, all knotted up, 3 apiece between the Cards and the Giants. Time for our drive of the game, brought to you by your Bay Area Nissan dealers. Home of the new V6 Nissan Altima. David Bell, he provided the thrill. He gets the 7th pitch of an at-bat off of Steve Klein, a hanging slider, and knocks it out of here. The first home run that Klein has given up this year. For David Bell, his 15th on the season, an emotional swing of the bat, and with that swing, he got everybody in this ballpark thumping. That's our Nissan drive of the game.
Everybody would be 40,607. And here's Tim Worrell facing Polanco. And that pop-up is headed out of play, first base side. .7-0 for Tim Worrell, a 1.83 ERA. This will be appearance number 48. Edmonds on deck, and then Pujols. Damon Minor, one of the gentlemen in sick bay. High to Polanco, 1 ball and 1 strike. Simon Tachi and Hernandez, both starters, end up with no decisions. There's a base hit into left center field. Shinjo's trying to keep it from being more than a single. He's got it. Here's his throw, but it's offline, and a double for Polanco.
That might take the bat out of Jim Edmonds' hand, Kipe.
Say this about the Cardinals. They've been able to get the leadoff hitter on in this game.
Yes, they have. 7 out of 9 times. The one guy you fear when you have Worrell on the hill is in the batter's box right now. Edmonds 5 for 11 lifetime against Worrell. But remember, they have an open base now.
And they'll walk Edmonds to go after Pujols. Isringhausen starting to get loose. Robnen starts to head down to the bullpen. So Pujols who's 1 for 3 with a walk, will step up as Edmonds trots down to first. That's how hot Pujols has been with runners in scoring position. Right now, Worrell looking for any kind of an out. Would love a double play ball, but any kind of an out.
And you get a guy who's that confident in a runner in scoring position situation. I mean, this is a grind right now. Because even if you make good pitches to good locations, guys with that type of confidence, they can beat you. And Pujols can go in and out, up and down. He pretty much can hit anything. Very dangerous hitter.
1-0. So Worrell right now falls behind as Nen starts to get loose. Martinez, Tino Martinez on deck. 9th inning in a 3-3 game. Look out. I tailed up and in 2-0.
Soft away, breaking ball, good down the count 1-0. Now you can try and go in on his hands with a fastball. Trying to stay to the corners. I mean, he knows how hot this guy is. Giants had their pregame meeting prior to the series, and they know everything about the Cardinals. And they know that the money man of this team in runner and scoring position situations is right in that batter's box right now.
So he should get something to swing at here. And he doesn't, and it's 3-0. Well, everything is set right for Pujols. Worrell has to come in. Does he have the green light? And he walked him.
Didn't look like he wanted any part of him right there. Stayed in the corner with every pitch. Away, in, away, away.
Dusty Baker had requested Santiago to go out and have a word. So here comes the skipper. And here comes Rob Nen. So Nen's going to try to save the day. Bases are loaded. Nobody out. They're loaded for Rob Nen. Nobody out. It's 3-3. We're in the 9th. Tino Martinez, 2 for 4. The numbers for Nen. Giants play the infield in. They have to come home on a ground ball. First pitch to Martinez. Swinging a foul right below us. And for Nen, he jumps out in front 0-1.
Fastball challenge. Martinez has faced Nen twice. He's grounded into a double play and struck out. And the 3 hitters that Nen will face here are collectively 1 for 11.
Pop up. Aurelia is going to put it away. And that's 1 out. And now Renteria.
Renteria of the 3. Martinez, Renteria, and Marrero is 1 for 7. He's got the only hit. That hit was a double the very first time he saw Rob Nen, and after that double the first time he saw him, he's got an 0 for 7 going, or 0 for 6 going, I'm sorry, with a walk.
First pitch is always an important one for Nen. 1-0. Renteria, his numbers with men in scoring position. And the 1-0 pitch. 2-0.
96-mile-an-hour fastball, and that thing had some serious cut to it.
Two and 0 to Renteria. Swing and a miss. 2-1.
Gassed him. 96 on the hands.
Well, you can't play around here.
No, you can't. That's just a straight old country hardball challenge right there. Really went away from the location. They set up away, went right in the hands, up.
See what he does. 2-1. Foul back. 2-2.
What a good, solid fastball. They had him 2-0 with a fastball open in. Here they go out away in a 2-1 challenge. A little cut again, and it's a real tardy. Now do you throw the slider down the dirt and gamble here? You've got a 2-2 count and an opportunity to do it. Or do you go back on the hands of the fastball? He has not cut up to the fastball yet, Kite.
2-2. Low.
There was the slider.
So now Nen has got to come right in with a fastball. Three and 2. Here it comes. To right field. That's hit a ton. Dunston looking up, and it's off the wall. And we got a bunch of Cardinals that are going to run for a while. 2 runs come in. And it's 5-3.
Well, you tip your cap to Edgar Renteria, who was late on the first 2 fastballs that he saw in the at-bat. He adjusts in the 3-2 count, and he almost knocks it out of here. Fly ball off the wall in right field. Nice opposite field approach, and you know, when you have a power pitcher like Nen, he supplies a lot of the power. There wasn't a whole lot of swing there, but a clutch AB for Renteria.
Matheny will be walked intentionally. I beg your pardon, Marrero will be walked intentionally. And the hitter will be Matheny. So they're loaded up again. We'll have a pinch hitter. It's Kerry Robinson. So Robinson will pinch hit.
Well, LaRussa wants one more run, and Robinson is a guy that can fly. Just trying to stay out of double play.
So they're loaded. Giants play the infield in. Here's the pitch. And it's high. 1 ball and no strikes. Cardinals. 2 balls and no strikes. things have fallen apart for the Giants here in the ninth, after they came back in dramatic fashion to tie the game. There's a strike. 3 balls and 1 strike. Witasic to get up and start throwing again, and the 3-1 pitch to Robinson is just shot right to Martinez, and there's 2 down. And the hitter will be Eduardo Perez.
Say, if you're a bench player for the Cardinals, come getting ready to play every night. I mean, everybody does anyway. That's redundant. But with the Cardinals, I mean, they throw some serious pinch hitters out at you.
As the bases stay loaded. And Perez with a half swing, and it's no balls and 1 strike.
With the pinch hit here from Perez, it's the 141st time that Tony La Russa has sent up a pinch hitter this year. The Giants have pinch hit 107 times.
0-1. Goodwin will put it away, and that ends the inning. Giants have the top of the order coming up. Can they come back again? We'll find out.
To the bottom of the ninth, 5-3 Cardinals. Time for our Heineken Red Star player of the game. David Bell is that man with the emotional swing of the bat. A 2-run shot for the Giants in the bottom of the 8th that tied the ball game. And for that effort, David Bell is our guy, our Heineken Red Star player of the game. Heineken, it's all about the beer, Heineken.
Gary Robinson is now in right field, and Barrero will do the catching. Numbers on Jason Isringhausen: 22 saves. Tom Goodwin will lead it off for the Giants. They need 2 to tie. And a strike, and it's 0-1.
Isringhausen, you're going to see gas and a good curveball.
Outside, Goodwin has been on base once. He reached on a fielder's choice. Overall 0 for 4. Here's the 1-1. In the dirt. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Break a ball. There's more things that Isringhausen can do. I mean, he spent a lot of his career early as a starter coming up with the Mets. And he's got a slider. He's got a changeup. He knows how to sink the ball. Very similar to the type of pitcher that Eric Gagne is with the Dodgers. There's a lot of things he can do with the ball. He's not really locked into 2 pitches.
Right to Vigna, and that's out number 1.
Another bullet.
And that'll bring up Ramon Martinez. Martinez 2 for 4. Giants need a base runner to get the tying run to home plate. And Isringhausen throws, and Martinez takes the strike. This is game 1 of a 4-game series. Arizona a win tonight as they beat the Rockies 5-1. The 0-1 pitch is low and away to even the count. Morris to pitch tomorrow. Here's the 1-1. 2 balls and a strike.
Get on base any way you can. Walk, knock, hit batsman. Get that time run to the plate.
Down the right field line. That'll be out of play. It's 2-2.
A little tardy. You know, it's amazing how guys as starters, and it's true with Isringhausen, it was true with Gagne. The starters, they throw 92 to 94. They occasionally help up and go beyond 95, but not often. Now, all of a sudden, you get them in a closer role. They have an assignment to throw 1 inning. They come out and they just let it hang, and the velocity jumps up.
Ooh, 3-2. Wow. Here's the payoff coming up to Ramon Martinez, and he drives it down the right field line. This is going to be a base hit. Martinez is going to hold up as he should, and the tying run will come to the plate.
How about that at bat? Well, you get a second life with a real close take and a 2-2 slider that could have been called a strike. Here's the pitch we're talking about. They did not get the call. Just off the plate away. And then the next pitch, a 3-2 fastball. And much like Edgar Renteria's 3-2 knock that scored 2 runs to put the Cardinals ahead, Isringhausen challenges. Martinez goes the opposite way, and they got what they wanted. They've got the tying run up there.
And it's Rich Aurilia. A couple of hits for Rich Aurilia. And he puts it right there for a strike, and it's 0-1.
Aurilia 0 for 4 lifetime against Isringhausen. However, he's hit the ball hard 3 times of those 4 at bats.
Swing and a miss, 0-2.
That was right by him. Just country hard ball gas. Outside corner, belt high. That's power pitching right there.
Here's the 0-2. Really threw it by Marrero, and it's 1-2.
97 with a cut. And for Marrero, that's a pretty good save right there. That ball took off on him. He had to look back to Isringhausen to say, what the heck was that? Bonds with a bat in his hands.
And Aurilia, an emergency swing just to stay alive.
Bonds has never gotten a hit off of Isringhausen. 0 for 10 lifetime.
But that's Bonds as a starter.
Bonds is a pinch hitter off Isringhausen? We don't know.
1-2. Out of play.
This is a dogfight right here. Aurelia is seeing some nasty stuff.
Well, Bonds going to the bat rack. Aurelia trying to get on base, trying to get Martinez in. Two and two.
I tell you, interesting scenario here because Bonds has an 0 for 10 against Isringhausen. The guy Dusty Baker would love to get on at the batter's box is Benito Santiago, who's 4 for 9 lifetime against Isringhausen. He's got the best lifetime stats against Isringhausen that the Giants have.
Here comes Bonds. Two and two to Aurelia. Little looper, foul.
Ooh.
How about that emergency hack?
This is a desperation dogfight. That's what Baker always says. Die hard. Well, this is a fight right here. That is a nasty pitch. He just trying to throw some wood on it, and it almost comes up with a miracle.
Too close to take. Too tough to get any wood on it, any good wood. Two and two to Rich Aurelia. They're going away. 3 and 2.
What an at-bat this is.
This is the best. And the crowd comes alive.
Next pitch from Isringhausen to Aurelia will be the 9th pitch of the at-bat.
Aurelia steps out.
Good move right there. He's not going to let him ice him down. He's going to control the tempo of the at-bat. Get in that box on his terms.
Here we go. Got him. Well, I think there were better pitches in that at bat called balls.
Tough pill to swallow right there for Aurelia. Battle that hard. And on the 9th pitch, you get rung up. I mean, from Isringhausen's standpoint, a 3-2 slider with an open bag. Paints it right out there at the knees. And it's a pitcher's strike. It's one they all want, of course. Now here's the situation. Bonds 0 for 10 lifetime. Do you walk him and set it up for the guy 4 for 9 lifetime?
So here's Bond. And a strike, and it's 0-1. Bond's trying to do one thing. Hit it as far as he can, and that's it. Bonds waiting on Isringhausen. And it's low. 1 ball and 1 strike. See Bonds actually grimace a little bit as he started to swing and held up. Martinez at second. Giants down by 2. And it's foul, and now it's 1-2. Big breaking ball. Conversation, catcher, pitcher. Santiago on deck. One and 2 to Bonds. In the dirt, 2-2. Isringhausen slowing everything down.
I mean, you don't have to tell Isringhausen that Bonds has got an 0 for 10 against him lifetime. He knows it. And he also knows how he's got him to be 0 for 10.
They're going away. And Bonds swings and fouls it down the left field line.
And say this for Isringhausen. He has thrown some quality pitches in this inning. He is throwing great stuff, and he stayed on the corners with it. The Giants have gotten, they've had to earn. Again, the grimace. The injured leg is the right hamstring, his plant leg.
Look out. It's a full count. Bonds took the full circle. And Santiago waiting to hit. 3-2. Here it comes. Got him. That's the ball game. Giants, after tying it up in the bottom of the 8th, could not hold the Cardinals in the 9th, and they end up dropping this one. Game 1 of this 4-game series. They lose it by a final of 5-3. We'll have more from Pac-Bell Park. Stay with us right after this. Well, a good ball game here tonight, and at Pac-Bell Park, the Cardinals win game 1 of this 4-game series, and they win it by a final of 5-3.
Well, let's take a look at the National League standings. In the Western Division, the Diamondbacks, who won tonight, extend their lead over the Giants to 2 games. The Dodgers, who were beaten by the Padres in San Diego, now slipped to 2.5 games back, and that's where it all stands here. The wild card, the Giants hold a lead in the wild card, so it's heating up, Kite.
All right, final score 5-3 Cardinals. Join us for our next telecast tomorrow night at 7 for game 2 of the series. Coming up next on Fox Sports Net, it's the best damn sports show, period. For Glenn Kuiper, for my partner Mike Krukow, for our producer Jeff Kuiper, our director Jim Lynch, I'm Dwayne Kuiper. You've been watching Giants baseball on Fox Sports Net. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a good night, everybody.